Donald Trump has issued a stark warning that the U.S. military intervention in the country could involve both ground troops and airstrikes. Now, his remarks follow Washington's designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern over alleged religious persecution and claims of genocide against Christians. Now, the genocide claim, however, remains highly contested, with some Nigerians arguing that violence from terrorist groups and communal clashes affect both Christians and Muslims. Other highlights the disproportionate toll on Christian communities, especially in the Middle Belt, as evidence of targeted persecution. Now, critics say the Nigerian government has responded weakly to the country's worsening insecurity. They accuse authorities of failing to act decisively against terrorist groups and also armed militia, allowing violence to escalate unchecked. Now, Trump's comments, though divisive, appears to have jolted Nigerian officials into a more active stance. The core questions, however, still remain. Has the government done enough to confront the crisis, or is international pressure now the driving force behind its response? Now, joining me right now to discuss this is Sheikh Gumi, is of course an Islamic cleric and peace negotiator. I also have Azari Yusuf, is the former national coordinator of the Middle Belt Patriots. Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you.
All right. Sheikh, let me start, of course, with you. And I would start this conversation by reading, going back to the tweet made, or the post on social media, that is, made by the United States President Donald Trump. I'll read just part of it. According to President Trump, he, in his words, has described the country, that's Nigeria, as a country of particular concern. He wrote quite a couple of things, which of course has ignited conversations around the safety of Christians. Now, this particular subgroup. Now, the tweet goes this way: Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Now, thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. Of course, this has ignited conversations around the genocide of the Christians, in the country. So I want to ask you, Sheikh, is this the true, for you, does this reflect the reality of Nigerians?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dapo, for inviting me to the hot topic of the hour now. This allegation is false, it's misrepresentation of reality, and I'm sorry to say it's also mischievous. A country...
Sorry, just to be clear on that, you said the allegation by the President of the United States is false, and also a misrepresentation of reality.
And also mischievous.
And mischievous. Why is that?
Yeah. Because America knows about Nigeria probably more than what we know. They know everything. What is now the Boko Haram Commission by the government has proven that Americans used to ferry guns to Boko Haram. And recently, the retired Chief of Defense Staff said there is no way that international community is not involved in Boko Haram in the Eastern Theater, or North-Eastern Theater, because for 15 years you're battling them. Let me tell you what happens. Boko Haram comes in jeeps and loaded with anti-aircraft gun. You know, the anti-aircraft gun has a higher range and more destructive power than a machine gun. Our soldiers don't have that. They are fighting us with anti-aircraft. From a kilometer, they will devastate our port. They will devastate our port. So who is arming them? Who is arming them with these anti-aircraft guns? This is how they kill our soldiers. They are ferried to them. And now, in fact, the committee said it's France, but now they have realized it is America by confession of Congress members. So what are they coming to tell us? These people, liars, They tell a lot of lies. This is how they did in Iraq, and this is how they did even in Gaza recently, fueling genocide, then coming to disturb Nigeria. Why Nigeria is different from all other places? Here, any small thing can trigger a real, true religious conflict and clash. Just you can imagine from the action, the polarization of Nigeria, whereby most of the Muslims were against this irresponsible statement from Trump, and a lot of Christians, especially in the social media, the young ones, they are supporting him. We're having polarization. What more if bombs start dropping on Nigerians? You know, a small thing can trigger mayhem, the real one. So what we are trying to avoid, trying to pacify people, going in there. I myself in a committee during the last Kaduna State regime. We have a House of Kaduna. It's composed of clerics from both sides. We go to southern Kaduna, see the destruction there, and see the fight there, trying to pacify, meeting with all of them, gathering them together, bringing peace to them. In fact, southern Kaduna now is peaceful. That's the hotspot. Plateau now is peaceful. Benue is peaceful. So why is Trump nosing into?
Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You said that Plateau is peaceful, Benue is peaceful, but there have been records of attacks lately.
When last did you hear about an attack? When last?
So for you, according to you, it's those states are peaceful.
When last did you hear of an attack? When last? The government is working very well.
All right. Let me.
Kaduna. Look, Kaduna Abuja Road used to be the den of kidnapping. Now you can go freely even in the night.
Anyway,
so things are improving. As things are improving now, this man will just come and try to steer a problem with us within Nigeria.
Anyway, for Plateau State, for instance, sorry to interrupt you. I mean, Riyam, there was an attack recently in Riyam. So, I mean, Yelwata, even though we know that it happened quite even recently, that was in terms of weeks back, I mean, in Benue State. So, I mean, to say that these areas are peaceful, for some Nigerians, they might just feel that, this, of course, might not be, might be a bit out of place. But maybe I should just give you 30 seconds before I bring in my next 30 seconds to respond.
That's not being microscopic in our analysis of what is happening in Nigeria.
It's microscopic.
On the macro level, things are getting better. The government is doing well to pacify all warring factions. What is happening in the Middle Belt is a clash between two clans. Those who claim to be residents and those who claim to be settlers. This is the clash between them, fighting over land. They are not fighting because of religion.
All right. Thank you so much.
Religion in it. You see, it will widen the scope. And if it widens the scope, Muslims and Christians started killing themselves. We don't achieve what we want to achieve.
All right, Sheikh Gumi, thank you so much. Let me bring into the conversation. Zari Yusuf is the former coordinator of the Middle Belt Patriots. He joins virtually also. Zari, great, of course, having you. Your reaction to some of things that have been said, but I would also direct the same question to you, where, of course, Nigeria has been designated, according to President Trump, a country of particular concern, citing killings targeted at a particular faith. Does this reflect our reality?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'd say to you that indeed that reflects the reality in Nigeria. That is a welcome development, and that is not new or unexpected. It's something that is long overdue. To start off, I'd say to you, frankly, what appears to be mischievous in the world of the cleric would be the denial of a Christian genocide. As a matter of fact, I know you would likely have been taken aback when he said Benue is now peaceful, Plateau is peaceful, Southern Kaduna is peaceful. Of course, we understand the notion of peace is relative to a large extent. But going by the history of Nigeria, at least in the last 2 decades, we can very much draw a clear line between what is peaceful and what is not peaceful. You are dealing with a situation where, let me even start with a certain point. How did we get to the CPC list in the first place? It is simply because, it is not just because there are attacks on innocent people, innocent civilians who are armless, but it's simply because there is a certain attitude with which the government responds to these attacks. Throughout General Muhammadu Buhari's regime, especially when it was in Benue, there was hardly an attack where the presidency will not give a statement that looks like excusing, the attack, telling the people, cede your land so that, the Fulani would build ranches and all of that. The people have followed this pattern over, you can't argue with a pattern that has proven itself for about 2 decades. This is a clear case of an Islamist militia that is basically targeting Christian communities and sacking them. If it is a matter of land, is it only the Fulani people that have lived in other people's land in the Middle Belt? Do we not have Calabar people? Do we not have Yoruba people? Do we not have people from the south? Do we not have Igbos? Why is it only from one end? And if it is a battle over land, say crisis for instance, why is it that one particular group is strictly composed of Muslims, they are sophisticatedly armed, and they are always killing the other groups who happen to just be agrarian people living their lives, and they just turn out to be Christians. So the idea of putting Nigeria on the CPC list reflects the truth of it. It is not as if somebody woke up in the morning and met a group of people living peacefully and then decided, let me bring in misunderstanding to them. Of course, he has been dismissive of the reality on ground, saying he doesn't want a scenario where Christians and Muslims will start killing each other. There is no such scenario. The only scenario we have are armed Islamic terrorists that have been killing Christians for almost 2 decades. So what exactly are we talking about? And what exactly are we afraid of being put on the CPC list? I remember the statement is that if the government will not take the responsibility of ending these killings, then of course the international community has a legal and a moral responsibility to step in. Wherever there is a genocide, you don't need the permission of the government of that country to end it.
All right.
It's just that
all right, Yusuf, we'll definitely come back to the conversation. We need to go on a quick break. When we return, we'll of course look at the country's approach to security situation in the country over the years and what seems to be missing out. Why does it appear at some point as if we're moving in circles? We'll talk more on that once we return. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. It's still Politics HQ on News Central Television. I still have my guest with me, Sheikh Gumi, and also Zari Yusuf. Gentlemen, thank you for staying with me. Now, I'm coming back to you, Sheikh Gumi. Let's quickly look at our approach in tackling insecurity as a nation. This, of course, has been festering for quite some time. We've seen, and that's years, I'm talking about years here. We've seen different approaches. You've also been very much, what I call it, involved, particularly when it comes to the issue of banditry and this terrorist. I mean, you've been consistent in a way, talking about dialogue, rehabilitation, and even amnesty for the repentant, terrorist, which I just want to put this to you and ask you, from your perspective and what you've seen and experienced, why does it appear that like we're moving in circles?
Before I get to that, what I can see clearly is why do you put the list of Christians killed without a corresponding list of Muslims killed? Muslims in the southern Kaduna and Plateau are killed in the thousands. And it's not only the militias they are killing them, even the Air Force have bombarded and killed so many villagers like that. So why don't we have a list of that? Why don't we have the list of the Tudunbiri people that we have massacred during their celebrations? Why don't you put those who were slaughtered in the boss? Why don't you put the image of Major General Kali? So many cases. I think we Muslims, what we need to do now is to bring out to public the names of those who are killed and massacred in the southern, in the Middle Belt region. That is a mandatory for us now, so that the string of the information will not tilt against what is happening. It's two people fighting. It's a case of two-sided fight with both sides having casualty. To paint it as Muslims killing, I wonder if Muslims are killing Christians. I don't know if there will be any Christian left to be talking to you on the TV with the
Wow.
With the viciousness of
Sheikh Gumi. So I mean, you've established from your perspective also a pattern. But what have we been getting wrong? Why is it that we are still back to this same condition of insecurity? You've been part of the process. I mean, you've been pretty much.
The situation is improving. The interference of America will only worsen it. This is what we are saying. But gradually, Nigerians are healing slowly and gradually.
So for you, you feel that the security situation. You feel the security situation in the country is improving.
That their precedents tells you that these are people who lie behind moral issues and attack people for their resources. We have seen that in Libya.
I'll do that after this. Thank you.
In, attacking Iran over its peaceful nuclear. So what will they do with Nigerians too? And you see, this Republican Party, especially now that we have zealots evangelical Christians in power, they are anti-Muslims. They have an Islamophobia. And this is so evident. Look at the election in New York City, whereby a Muslim mayor, moderate Muslim, very eloquent, coming out, people want him, and Trump is also threatening that he will cut off funds from New York City just because he's a Muslim. With this Islamophobia, when I accept Trump to come into this country, he's just coming here to fight Muslims. And so instead of fighting terrorists, the whole Islam,
I'm telling
the Muslim
you,
will just turn against America, and it will be Nigeria will be a theater of war. This is what we are trying to avoid.
How are we living with these people? Hey, Nigerians, now wow.
We are against American intervention. Let Chinese come. Let a Russian come and help us. But Americans, those liars,
let's quickly bring this home. Before I leave you, before I let you go and move to Zari, what's your position on the idea of rehabilitation and amnesty for repentant terrorists?
So if they repent, what do you want to do? To kill them? Jesus Christ, taught us that, you see, repents. A prostitute came to him, they wanted to stone her because it's stoning and killing. And he said, go and sin no more. This is even Christianity. So what do you want us to do? Put them and that is what is called genocide. If they surrender, then we accept their surrender and rehabilitate them and make them useful Nigerians. So if they want to fight in the army, it's even better. They want to fight those people who.
So you're saying it's okay for for repentant terrorists to fight in the army?
It's even better because they know the bandits.
But do you think that has helped us over the years? Because where I'm going to with this.
Better now. I was in Maiduguri just about 1 year ago. It's better. Things are calm. Not like those days when soldiers were calling me crying during Jonathan's time. There's a great improvement in Maiduguri.
I mean,
I've told you, Americans are arming Boko Haram with anti-aircraft guns. These same Americans, this same criminal country that wants to come and disturb Nigerians.
Look, I'm still going to stay with you on this.
Do not allow these antichrist people to come into Nigeria here. I'm telling you, because they will suffer. Nobody will find it easy. So don't think they are coming here to save you. They don't even. They're Christian. This man who is groping women and doing all that kind of thing. This man, a convicted felon, giving money to a prostitute. So that is fighting for Christianity.
Sheikh Gumi, let me leave you for a moment, and let me, of course, bring in Zari Yusuf. Zari, quickly, maybe you'd like to react to some of the things that have been said, but my question to you also is, where have we been getting it wrong as a nation? Why are we still having this?
Please, guys, double tap the screen to like. If you have not yet liked, please double tap the screen to like.
One of the key reasons
your screen
why we
device.
are getting it wrong is because of people like Sheikh Mahmoud Gumi.
Bam.
In a clear case of a war, because he's talking about bloodshed. There has been bloodshed. Nigeria has been a theater of war for almost 2 decades. Possibly it is not affecting him directly because most of the casualties, most of the mass murders is that of Christians.
Bam.
He appears to be a negotiator, but to be very honest with you, he has advocated more for appeasing the terrorists rather than advocating justice for the victims. And
Bam.
it's important to us because I believe he's an Islamic cleric. He understands the concept of justice. How do you deal with a scenario of people raping women, people killing soldiers, people decimating homes, people sacking communities, but then the strength of your advocacy is that the government should appease them?
Hey!
Where in the whole world, in the history of any war, whether guerrilla warfare, whether military warfare, have you ever found a situation where there is an active bloodshed going on, and then you believe that appeasing the criminals that are carrying out these genocidal attacks and infusing them into the military will help? From the very beginning, when the notion of amnesty, de-radicalization, and integration, we have never seen a scenario where these repentant terrorists, as they call them repentant, have ever led people to their camps and they were decimated. They have been growing exponentially. They have been acquiring more arms. So that is basically the problem we are having. We are getting it wrong simply because we have managed to create a false narrative. An example is we have managed to compartmentalize terrorism.
Welcome, Mike. Please, guys, continue to double tap to like.
The rest of the terrorist groups that are jihadist in nature have been forged into different names. For instance, he's talking about two fighting. There is no two fighting anywhere. It is important also, we would love it if you are able to have an example of one Christian militia that is operational in either Sokoto or any of the Muslim dominant state that have been raping women and killing people.
Bam.
They can understand that.
Bam.
And at least the Muslims will equally lend their voice and say, okay, whatever it is the Americans are claiming that the Christians are suffering from, we are also suffering from it. And since it is all about eradicating terrorism, then we'll come and eradicate them. But I think the problem is not just because there are foot soldiers who are killing people. It is because there are people who are sympathetic to the jihadist cause, people who are sponsoring them,
Yep.
and the involvement of any foreign nation in a scenario where there is a genocide does not end with the foot soldiers. It traces those who are sympathetic to their cause, whether because of political or religious or ideological beliefs. It equally traces those who sponsor them. And I think that is primarily where the problem lies in Nigeria. We are not sincere with the war against terrorism. Once it involves, because wherever you go to, we can't force ourselves. Most of the time, you find a lot of Muslims claiming that these people, they are not truly representing Islam and all of that, blah, 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 and all of that. But the truth is that there is an Islamist, well-armed Islamist jihadist group that has been massacring Christians. And what we find, unfortunately, people who should be speaking or condemning this act are busy trying as much as possible to create sympathy for them. You can imagine him saying that killing the terrorists will now amount to genocide. Then what do you tell the people that have been burying there? For instance, just of late in Yelewata, over 250 people were killed. But he describes that not as a genocide. He says two fighting, even though we don't know.
All right, Zari Yusuf. I mean, we are really trying to manage time, and I know you have a lot to say. But
please continue to double tap the screen, guys. Thank you.
I mean, I want to react to some of the things that have been said. But my question to you in particular is: at this point, what would be your advice for the president of Nigeria and the Nigerian government in terms of how best to handle this situation with the U.S.?
One thing I find with this youth usually is they try to demonize people. Just imagine I'm taking risk to see that I pacify these people that even government cannot fight, people that are armed by this same America. They are armed by this same America. Why are you not addressing that issue? I'm trying to pacify them to change their direction. Look, they are Nigerians. You should not fight Nigerians. You should not allow foreigners to use you. They want to destroy Nigeria. In fact, since 2025 or 2015, they are saying Nigeria will disintegrate. And look at this youth trying to demonize. Even as I'm trying to talk to you to show science into this, they think we are part of the problem. So you will continue to suffer if you think. And if you think America will come to help you, then you will cry blood. You don't know.
Hey!
They are the ones creating all this. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and they all created it to cause confusion in Muslim land. But unfortunately, in Nigeria, we have a big population of Christians. So this is not a place to play with fire.
Hey!
It's not a place to play with fire. You can do that in Sudan and everything. It's all the same religion, the same tribe. But in Nigeria, it's different.
Please continue to like this video. I beg. Just the like and they go.
And ignite a fire on
double tap on your screen device.
Oh, that's what essence we're here.
Maybe we should just get this also out of the way. Sheikh Gumi, just quickly. I mean, there have been mentions of... Sorry, please, sir. 1 minute. There have been mentions, please, hold on 1 minute. There have been, a lot of talks around a jihadist agenda. Do you think this is also the case?
This is Pentagon propaganda. Which jihadists? What are they trying to do? I've spoken with herdsmen. They are hardly Muslims. They don't pray. They smoke Indian hemp. What is like? And these Boko Haram people, they are not even educated in religion at all. I'm telling you, they are agents, creation of the Pentagon. They are trying to destroy. In fact, since 9/11, they have been trying to cause commotion in Muslim majority states. But Nigeria is different because we have Christians. If it's only Muslims, we don't count our death. Wow. All our deaths are martyrs. So that's why we don't count our death. But we have Christians here. We don't want this mayhem.
All right, so quickly, Sheikh, in 30 seconds, what would be your advice for the Nigerian government? How do they undo the situation now?
Trump should retract and withdraw his threat on Nigeria because it's infringing on our sovereignty and it's a contempt of our country. They should, and also, if he doesn't do that, then we have all rights to sever our relationship and change our direction, political direction, to other nations that are like China, Russia, or the BRICS. Nigeria should be bold enough to do that. I'm sure if it's China Abacha's time, or what you call a Murtala, they will take this bold step. Now, America will not have the guts to abuse a country like Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much, Sheikh Gumi. It's of course a great having you talk to us this evening. But before we go, Zari, your final thoughts. 30 seconds.
You said, frankly, if it was in the days of Sani Abacha, a lot of the sympathizers and the sponsors of terrorism in the country would have long been executed. When you refer to the Muslims as martyrs in what sense? Unless they are fighting a jihad, what makes them martyrs? If a Muslim has an accident and dies on the way, is he a martyr? It's only when it involves a jihadist cause. So yes, there is a jihad that is going on, and I would say that one of the things I would advise the president to do, Nigerian president, frankly speaking, in the face of this, is to look beyond the foot soldiers in the forest. It is important to begin to arrest those who show sympathy to these killers.
Exactly.
You can't have a scenario where you have armed groups that can kill hundreds of people, and then you still advocate sympathy for them and forget about the victims and continue claiming that there is peace. There is no peace anywhere. It is not as if Trump created the story from anywhere. We have lived this reality for over a decade and a half, where somebody just goes to a community and wipes out Christians. Boko Haram and all of these groups that people are lying that they are Fulani, they are not even Muslims, they don't know how to pray and all of that. They are Islamist groups. People understand what they do, why they attack, how they shout Allah Akbar, how they do all of these things. Of course, nobody is perfect. I'm not a perfect Christian. But we can't capitalize on the fact that whether they smoke India hymn or do whatsoever, then it means they are not Muslims. If they are not Muslims, then why is the Islamic cleric concerned that they said they will kill them? They are not even. A lot of them are mercenaries that have been brought in by their sponsors to carry out these genocidal attacks.
All right,
so why is he? Let me just round up by saying it is important to explain why it is, if they are terrorists and you are concerned about human lives, why are you troubled that foreign nations want to lend in so that the terrorists will be eliminated? Why should that be?
All right, thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure having.
He's asking a question. I think I need to answer it.
Okay, quickly, sir. 30 seconds.
We are worried because a liar, a genocidal man wants to come and mess up with Nigeria. He's not coming here to protect Christianity.
All right.
That's why we are worried.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Of course,
Salo
having this conversation,
Bravo.
Sheikh Ahmed Gumi is an Islamic cleric and also a peace negotiator. And Zari Yusuf is the former national coordinator, Middle Belt. Gentlemen, once again, thank you for your time.
Omo, Nigeria una don buy market. Na this man na he dey negotiate with terrorists. Egbe. Nigeria is sorry, oh. Nigeria is sorry. What?
90.3.
Abeg, which one? I think it's this one. Is it this one? Tracy, where are you? Is it? Oh, not be Esther they do this thing. Na Esther na. How come? Abi. Did I not see Esther earlier? Evening rush. Okay, you know, say I know they know the difference sometimes. Which one is this? Oh, is it how Natasha forced immigration to release or China once again? I don't even know which one is which now. Abeg, let me check title. There are three now. There's secret leaked complete election voice tape between Wike INEC. Which one is okay? This must be the evening rush. I think it's the secret leaked. It might be that one. Check, just confirm for me before I start the video. Hey, Nigerians! Oh, Koko Bioko. Oh, lo. Omo. This na serious trouble for Nigeria. You have the likes of Gumi. That man is a terrorist. What has the government been folding their hand and watching? Hey, the man they talk like president.
This is the bariatric gelatin bedtime recipe.
Abeg, let me see if I can do it this way because I really don't like it when the adverts. Hold on, let me see if I can do something here. Kai. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go.
Voice of the people 92.3 FM. We don't deal with the props. We don't deal with the near say. We contextualize issues.
Guys, please continue to double tap to like. Continue, abeg.
So you listening can have an adequate understanding of what things happening around you entails. And then when you're having conversation amongst yourself, you're coming from an unbiased, objective, and intellectual perspective. That's what we do right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We educate ourselves. And another thing we do is we amplify and resonate your voice, so that the government of the day understands your needs, your cry, your pain, and literally does something about it. You people think that we talk here most of the time, we shout and make all statements. They listen. They're paying attention, and hopefully they will do what they're supposed to do, because that's why they were elected into the position. Then sometimes as well, when they wake up from their deliberate slumber, we commend them for the effort they put in putting the plight of Nigerians as a priority. Ladies and gentlemen, I officially welcome you to the Evening Rush. Kindly join us. We do this audio visual, so you can join us on YouTube right about now, and we're streaming live, and we'll put in context some events that happened in 2023 and how there is a possibility that maybe something similar may occur in 2027. I'm also going to be speaking with a former presidential aspirant and somebody who has the interests of Nigeria at heart, who will be breaking down some of the endemic issues I'll be discussing right here as a front burner on the Evening Rush. My name is Esther Wachiku, Estic Media on YouTube. Yes, you can go into YouTube and subscribe, ESTIQMEDIA, to have the back end conversations. This the kind of deep talk that we may not actually speak because this is a national radio station, so there's some things we can't say. Our idea is to make sure that there is unity in the country and keep the pulse of the nation together. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, today President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has expressed confidence that Nigeria stronger amid recent threats by the U.S. President Donald Trump, assuring that his administration is addressing the matter with seriousness and depth. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mr. Mohammed Idris, disclosed this today after a routine meeting with the president at the presidential villa in Abuja. Idris said the president remained calm and focused, adopting a multi-pronged diplomatic strategy to manage Washington's concerns through dialogue, coordination, and transparency. He explained that the government prefers constructive engagement over inflammatory rhetoric, noting that new communication channels have been opened with international organizations to foster a better understanding of Nigeria's security reforms. The minister revealed that the president has continued to meet with Christian and Muslim leaders to strengthen national unity and counter divisive narratives. He added that relevant government agencies are actively working to address both domestic and international concerns through sustained dialogue and collaboration. Idris strongly refuted claims of religious persecution in Nigeria. He describes such allegations as absolutely false. He says Nigerians must look deeper and reflect on our unity. This is not a time for division or rhetoric, but a time of nation building. The Nigerians are asking the question to the Minister of Information that who is dividing the country? Is it the government or its people that it governs? With the kind of attitude, gesture, aura, and disposition from the government, are you uniting the country, or with your political ambition, are you dividing the country? That's the questions that a couple of Nigerians are asking. And then also, we do know that there was a supposed jailbreak today. Let's take a look at that because it's quite surprising. A jailbreak in Borno, 9 Nigerian army personnel detained over links to Boko Haram terrorist escape. The Nigerian military suffered yet another security breach as 9 soldiers escaped from the military guard room at May Malari Cantonment in Maiduguri, Borno State. May Malari Cantonment is the Nigerian Army barracks and the headquarters of the Nigerian Army's 7th Division. Now, top security sources disclosed to Sahara reporters that most of the escaped soldiers were arrested by the military over alleged links to the Boko Haram terrorism. Isn't that interesting? What a coincidence. Oh, interesting. Okay. The source added that one of the escaped soldiers had been recaptured while efforts are ongoing to locate and apprehend the remaining 8. How do soldiers escape from a guard room without the input of the person who is meant to guard? What are we talking about? Okay, I'll be asking my analysts this question today. Now, you do know that in the past, the former Chief of Defense Staff, General Leo Irabo, had condemned the increase in cases of military personnel aiding and abetting terrorists and bandits in the country. Irabo, while in active service, had in a letter sent to all commanders of various operations and exclusively obtained by certain media organizations, asked them to sensitize their officers on the implications of collaborating with the enemy. Now, you do know that a soldier was arrested by a covert intelligence team for conniving with a confirmed terrorist informant known as Baba Gana Kura in Bama local government area of Borno State. The arrest of these personnel are indicative of inside action that has continued to aid the adversary, pertinently with immediate or potential impact on operations. In 2022, a personnel named Lance Corporal Abdullahi Jibrin, an instructor with the Nigerian military battalion in Gaidam, Yobe State, committed suicide. He took his life after he was arrested for allegedly conniving with Boko Haram insurgents who attacked Yobe communities recently. Jibrin, who disappeared from his duty post, was said to have been cited amongst the Boko Haram terrorists that attacked Gaidam town in the same year. Military sources had said the soldier was tracked by Army intelligence unit and was found in Gashua, some 100 kilometers from his duty post. Interesting. Now, China has warned Trump against troop deployment in Nigeria. You know that Nigeria and China actually do have a healthy collaborative relationship. There's a bilateral relations between Nigeria and China. China is one of the major investors in Nigeria's economic space, and so they have spoken. The People's Republic of China has said it firmly supports the Nigerian government as it leads its people on the development path suited to its national conditions. While they were addressing journalists today in Beijing, the spokesperson for China's foreign ministry, Mao Ning, said, as Nigeria's comprehensive strategic partner, China firmly opposes any country using religion and human rights as an excuse to interfere in other countries' internal affairs and threatening other countries with sanctions and force. Ms. Ning was answering a question on U.S. President Donald Trump's threat of carrying out military action in Nigeria over alleged persecution of Christians. She also responded to the report that Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro was seeking military equipment from China, Russia, and Iran to prepare for possible attacks by the U.S. She also used the opportunity to reiterate that China opposed moves that undermines peace and stability in the Latin America and the Caribbean region and opposed unilateral and excessive enforcement operations against other countries' vessels. Well, let's get in context precisely. What could be the reason why Trump made the statement he made? That's one. Two, who was the first person that initiated this conversation about Christian genocide in Nigeria? Who were the first set of persons to do that? Three, another question that we're going to ask ourselves, even if we have actually talked about it during the World News on 6, is there a genocide in Nigeria? And why is there a measure to supposedly marinate the truth about the security structure, the vacuum, and the nonchalancy from those who are meant to be responsible for securing the security of Nigeria? We're going to answer, our analyst is going to speak on those three questions. Now, another breaking information. Again, this has woken up, seriously woken up the military, our intelligence unit, and it is good. If this is what it took to put fire under the ANUS, then it means that this was what was needed to wake up whatever slumber they deliberately found themselves in. And the reason why I'm making that statement is that the Department of State Services has terminated the appointment of 115 workers. This was made known in a statement released today by the DSS on its official social media page and website. The Secret Police noted that the affected workers were sacked as part of ongoing reforms in the service. One will say it is actually due. It therefore warned members of to avoid dealing with the affected personnel who have been dismissed from service. Now, there have been talks about certain intelligence information being put out there. One of the platforms, Sahara Reporters, actually does have sources, and I don't know if the Nigerian intelligence unit is happy with some information that is supposedly meant to be secret being put out there for the press to know or for Nigerians to know. But others believe that there are leakages in the Nigerian security architecture that releases information to terrorists out there and mutilates the effort of the security agents in routing out these terrorists who have literally decided to desert communities and take over the lands of the persons who reside in this area. Meanwhile, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuga, has revealed why Nigeria cannot persecute anyone on religious grounds. You recall that Kwankwaso tweeted immediately about the situation with the designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern. And one of the senators in the US said, you were the first governor during your time to institute Sharia law. So the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Toga, has disclosed why the Nigerian government cannot persecute any citizen on the basis of religion. He spoke in Berlin. Now, most of them have been speaking to the international media. According to them, they're trying to correct the narrative that there is a Christian genocide in Nigeria. So they're trying to supposedly engage with their foreign media counterparts so that the narrative about Nigerian going through a Christian genocide is not what it is, but rather we're going through general insecurity. That is, these elements of Lucifer or these elements of Satan are not targeting one religion, they're targeting all, and they are actually asking for collaborative efforts with countries that can help them with military weapons in routing out and fighting these guys. Okay, meanwhile, his remarks is coming after the designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern. And you know that Trump has accused the government of failing to curb attacks against Christians. So we'll be looking into that. The situation about Nigeria being designated as a country of particular concern will continue to resonate and need to be amplified because we'll be getting information updates about it. Okay, Meanwhile, I'm sure a couple of you remember Valentine Ozigbo. Valentine Ozigbo is very interesting. Now, he has actually come out to say something which I consider to be quite funny. I don't know if it's funny for you. The former Anambra State governorship aspirant, Valentine Ozigbo, has opened up on the reason he left the Labour Party to the APC. He explained that his defection was a difficult decision, but disclosed that he loved Anambra State. He acknowledged the disappointment and anger that followed his defection, but disclosed he felt betrayed in the Labour Party. According to him, he was fully committed to the Labour Party at the height of its popularity in Anambra State and actually enjoyed overwhelming grassroots support within the obedient movement. But he said the independent online polls conducted at the time reflected massive public backing for his candidacy, adding that he polled over 90% of the votes in two separate surveys on preferred governorship and party candidates. He, however, alleged that internal betrayal and sabotage within the Labour Party leadership derailed his ambition. He claimed that rather than ensuring fairness, the party's leaders orchestrated a process lacking transparency. So he says needed was a level playing field, okay, not a coronation. But what unfolded revealed a troubling reality. The very culture that was condemned by the party in 2023, which gave it a rise, whereby the party polled about more than 6 million votes, had taken root there, and in some cases even deeper. He said that his departure from the party exposed internal weaknesses that ultimately crippled its structure in the state. So others now asked, now that you decided to leave the Labour Party and you went to the APC, were you not betrayed there as well? That's a question that he asked Valentine Ozigbo. Yes, we're looking into that as well in the course of the conversation. Meanwhile, you do know that the president declared a state of emergency within the military institutions. It's not surprising to hear the DSS actually say they sacked 115 workers and advising the public not to have anything to do with them. We'll also be looking at the political to the supposed jailbreak that recently took place in one of the northern states, whereby the security breach was exposed in Borno State. We're going to look into that as well. I'm going to be speaking with I'll call him a political, national, and social affairs commentator. He was once, let's just say, he is in a political party. Obviously, he was also a presidential candidate at the time. His name is Martins Onovo. Martins Onovo is a former presidential candidate of the National Conscience Party and head of policy positions at the Movement for Fundamental Change. Recently, he shared his insights on several critical national issues. Onovo discussed the off-cycle elections in Imo, Kogi, Bayelsa State, and also actually lent his voice to the recent designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern and the state of insecurity. Also, he's going to be speaking as one who is in the opposition. What exactly have they been doing, and why is there supposed death or silence from that angle? We'll be speaking with Martins Onovo very soon. In the meantime, I actually have right here with me Mr. Lawal Ekundayo. Mr. Lawal Ekundayo, thank you for joining us today on the Evening Rush. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm very certain that you have a lot to say this evening.
Yes, I believe so.
You believe so? I trust you. You look calm. By the time you start, your fire, we'll start seeing the fire in your personnel, in your aura. We'll take a very short break, ladies and gentlemen, to kind of stay with us. And then, obviously, when we return, we'll start off with the conversation of the Evening Rush. All right, welcome back. This is still the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Mr. Martins Onovo, thank you so much for joining us today, sir. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
It's been quite a while, Mr. Martins. I haven't really been hearing your voice and reacting to issues of national interest.
Well, we just spoke to Nan this week.
Okay.
About the Trump decision to classify Nigeria as country of particular concern, and that was carried by many outlets.
Yeah, I saw that recently.
We're in the public space. We're here.
All right, Mr. Martins, let's head on to the conversation. For now, it will definitely occupy most of the media channels, the situation of insecurity. I am sure you do know insecurity did not start now. It got worse actually during the administration of, will I say, late Muhammadu Buhari, and it became more prominent actually with the administration of Jonathan. But obviously, the administration of Buhari was meant to curtail that and diffuse, the propensity of these individuals. But it got worse, and there was a supposed lack of empathy or emotional response to what Nigerians were going through at the time. Now, the administration of the president, a lot of Nigerians were kind of positive about him. They felt that he would actually work on this, but that's not the situation that we're experiencing. And now Trump has decided to designate Nigeria a country of particular concern. But here is what troubled quite a number of Nigerians. There are some segment of the public who believe that regardless of the differences Nigerians may have amongst themselves, being that we're a very peculiar nation, that we're supposed to speak with one voice and not allow the US, especially by Donald Trump, call us a disgraced country and threaten to invade our country. That regardless of our different political or religious leaning, this is the time for all of us to speak in one voice and denounce Trump's statement, and also call out Trump not to interfere with Nigeria's affairs. Other segment of the populace were jubilant and happy for what Trump did. To them, they believe that, yes, this is what they have been asking foreign counterparts to do for them, to highlight the death, to highlight the carnage of certain elements orchestrating the supposed imbroglio in Nigeria as security. But I want to understand your own perspective to this. What's your take with a diverse perception to the designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern, and Trump saying that he would actually truncate any aid coming to Nigeria if the Nigerian government does not do something about it?
Well, I think we are disgracing ourselves if we're waiting for Trump to tell us to protect our own people. So it's not about saying Trump called us a disgraced nation. I think we're disgracing ourselves. So that's my perspective to it. We do not need Trump to tell us to protect our people, but we have not been protecting our people. That's clear. Do I believe there is a Christian genocide in Nigeria? Yes, I do. Are Muslims also being killed? Yes, I know. And I don't see any contradiction between the two sides.
Okay.
I don't think anybody should be killed. No pagan should be killed. No traditionalist should be killed. No Christian should be killed. No Muslim should be killed. And that is the standard we should set for ourselves. Not somebody says there's Christian genocide, another person says there's Muslim genocide too. Does Muslim genocide justify Christian genocide?
Exactly.
It does not. But that is the level we have stand to, where we have banished morality and everything must be politicized. So, are we a disgraced nation? I think that we should look at it and ask ourselves if we're a disgraced nation instead of just saying Trump called us a disgraced nation. Because what kind of a nation cannot protect its people?
Bam.
What kind of nation borrows irresponsibly and recklessly?
Bam.
What kind of nation advertises and exports corruption?
Bam.
So we should look at ourselves and not just say Trump said, Trump said.
Exactly. Like babies.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yes, Mr. Martins. In as much as that's where you stand on, the Minister of Information has revealed to Nigerians that the president is actually focused and he's not worried, he's not panicked. He's actually trying to do the needful in having to douse this narrative, supposedly correct the narrative from the American government, and that the president is adopting a multi-pronged diplomatic strategy to manage Washington's concerns through dialogue, coordination, and transparency, and that the government is preferring a constructive engagement over inflammatory rhetorics. he noted that there is a new communication channel being opened with international organizations. You recall that there were some countries that there were no representatives, no Nigerian representatives, that is like foreign ambassadors that were meant to be there, and it took what Trump did for that channel to be opened. Why do you think it took that long for the government to designate certain personnel in some of these spaces, these areas that there was a vacuum that may have actually spoken immediately this happened?
Well, I think this is deceitful. I do not agree with the Minister of Information. And I also think it is wrong to attribute this situation to Trump. The discussion and the justification.
Exactly.
I want to remind you, if you're patient, that Hajia Najasu Mohammed said she spoke with Jagaban Tinubu about insecurity in the north.
Yes.
And that Jagaban Tinubu told her that if I fight insecurity, they will kill me. So he needs to respond to that. The Minister of Information needs to respond to that. The Minister of Information needs to respond to General Danjuma, who said that the armed forces are not neutral. They are conniving with the armed bandits that are killing people. That is General Danjuma that commanded those armed forces. So you can't say it's one conductor in Ojuelegba that said it. This is General Danjuma who commanded the same armed forces. Now, Commodore Kunle Olawuni said that the government is not serious.
Welcome,
They already know the people. So, are you saying that a former military intelligence general does not know what he's saying? Commodore Olawuni is a former military intelligence general in defense headquarters. So he has the information. He has the verified intelligence. And he said the government is not serious. That the government already knows the people. Now, General Usman, retired former Army Public Relations Director, said that the insecurity is persisting because there's a lack of political will. So all the saying Trump, why are we always in denial? We have insecurity, we have corruption, we have economic challenges. Yes, we are sitting in one of the most gifted countries in the whole world. Then we keep finding excuses, and then we now want to say Trump is our problem. This is irresponsible. That's what it is. Why are we not accepting responsibility? If you reject responsibility that is due to you, that is irresponsibility.
So, Mr. Martins, you're telling me that one of the things that the president has said, based on what Najaato said, was that if she does if he does
guys, please continue to double tap your screen device to like
on several occasions that he doesn't have any cover and he has the independence of thought, the mental acuity to deal with issues. So if that is the case, if that is the case, Mr. Martins, what should he do? I don't understand what he meant by they will kill him, because it's scary for him to have made such a statement at this time. Is he afraid of this terrorists? Do they occupy his government? I thought he occupied himself with his people. I understand him occupying his close associates with persons that he can trust. So in what way that would be in what way can that be possible?
Before I respond to that, I want to also add that El-Rufai said that the government of Jagaban Tinubu, if you call it a government, the regime, is empowering bandits with payment.
El-Rufai.
El-Rufai.
Well, he talked about that this is what it was a way of trying to resolve the insecurity in the individual states of this government.
Irish to laugh.
So, you think El-Rufai is wrong?
No, I'm not saying he's wrong.
Mohammed is wrong.
No, I'm not saying they're wrong, sir. We're just trying to have clarity. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The governors themselves have come out to say that they try to have peace deals with these governors, these terrorists, give them money, promise them foreign education, build houses for them, give them some social amenities.
Wait till I never get for my life.
It's not a lie. It's not hidden. The governors have said
so good, you have admitted that. And in your own opinion, that is non-kinetic approach. In my opinion, it is empowering. In my opinion, the government is the sponsor of the terrorists.
Bam!
Put me. My name is Martin Onobo.
Hey!
Hello.
I'm listening to you. I want you to continue. You said I should quote
Okay,
you.
good.
Yeah.
Now, let me go further. There were court trials in Dubai about Nigerian terrorists. People were indicted. We know their names. What has the government done?
Bam.
Nothing. Alhaji Kawu Barage, people don't, because the media did not celebrate his name. That is the backbone of APC. Alhaji Kawu Barage is the backbone of APC. Alhaji Kawu Barage was the leader of the new PDP that joined APC. Alhaji Kawu Barage confessed that APC imported the terrorists. The media is still looking for evidence, so you have been looking for 15 years. Keep looking. Keep looking. When the mass media was mass media in Nigeria, the media will write editorials based on evidence. Now you're asking the same questions. Since what year? Let us keep asking the questions. Now, the police in Plateau arrested a terrorist headsman. He had a Nigerian army rifle. And we don't see a link. Sunday Jackson was on his farm. He was attacked on his farm. He defended himself. The Supreme Court convicted him. And you say the government is not complicit?
Hey!
Excuse me?
Oh!
Where are the killers of Deborah? We saw them in the video. Deborah Yakubu.
Yeah.
Their faces were shown in the video. All of them disappeared. We couldn't catch one. Nobody is held accountable. We see in the news the same bandits who are responsible for killing thousands of people. They come and hold meetings with government. Did Sheikh Gumi not tell us that security people are accompanying him when he goes to visit the bandits?
Hey!
So what story are we telling? What excuse are we finding for this regime? The APC, put me, is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria. The evidence is super abundant. Anybody denying it is either an imbecile or is complicit.
Okay, Mr. Martins, please let's not use certain words on national radio. Okay, I understand how passionate.
Well,
and,
deal with facts. Tell me which fact you disagree with. Deal with facts.
No,
Exactly.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying let's be careful with the kind of words we use on the platform. We have teenagers listening to the conversation.
I
We also
beg
need to get them educated with
rest.
what's going on. All right,
Rest.
Mr. Martins Zenovo, the
Let
Nigerian,
us not get educated with the blood of people.
obviously, I'm just saying with the certain words and phrases that you use, okay, it's very important that we are able to be quite circumspect with the word usages and
I have quoted people. I've quoted people you can verify.
Okay.
I have listed facts that are publicly verifiable. The Dubai trial is there. It was a court trial. It was not a tribunal trial. The evidence is clear.
Okay, Mr. Martins, the Nigerian military suffered another security breach. 9 soldiers just yesterday escaped from a military guard room at May Malari cantonment in Maiduguri, Borno State. The Nigerian Army barracks and the headquarters of the Nigerian Army 7th Division report, there was an information that was leaked to Sahara reporters about this particular, escape. Now, the question is this. These persons were allegedly to be involved in arms trafficking to terrorist groups operating in Nigeria's northeast. And it's quite funny because you recall the Kuje prison break, where top Boko Haram persons were actually released from Kuje prison. So how did some elements linked to terrorism who were undergoing investigation released? They said they've only caught one person without any informant and enablement from within the military ranks in that particular cantonment.
That is the point I was trying to make when you try to caution me. And that point is the clear, incontestable fact that the APC is the direct sponsor. When you talk about government, it's an APC government. Kawu Barage said they imported the people. Now the people escaped from government territory. The people imported by APC escaped from APC government territory. And you can't see the link? Maybe I have a mental problem. Maybe. I think the link is crystal clear. The APC imported the bandits The APC arrested in the bandits, and the bandits escaped.
Okay, Mr. Martins. Wow, your sarcasm is quite contagious. Interesting.
The facts are clear. Okay, I have quoted military people. I didn't quote a corporal. I have quoted National Intelligence General. How much evidence do you want? This thing is very clear. In the past, the journalists, the mass media people will do editorial and this matter will end. Okay, a few months ago, before Trump came with his country of particular concern, which if you read the requirements, then you will know that we have clearly met it. There's no question. We have exceeded it. So we should actually even be thanking Trump. But where I agree with the government is that the insecurity is complex.
Yeah.
And part of the complexity is this internal sabotage. Don't forget that the Americans claimed that when they wanted to rescue the Chibok girls, their strategy was they will gas bomb the camp. And everybody will be weak and sleep off. Then they will rescue the girls.
Yeah.
And when they mobilized for the attack and got there, they noticed the people were wearing gas masks. Who told the people to put on that community?
That means information was leaked earlier. I think that's what
the whole thing is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And I want to blame the mass media because I think the mass media has concealed these facts that I'm trying to point out.
Yes.
Because these facts are in the public domain. You don't need to be an intelligence official to know it. Commodore Lauli spoke in public. General Swan spoke in public. General Danjuma spoke in public.
But
so what information don't we have?
Mr. Martins, we do try with the mass, but you heavily well know the censorship and the gagging. Otherwise they will say you're trying to create chaos in the country. We try to give the information as best as we can. That's just what we can do. Okay, but I think you already understand what the onus is. Also,
no, I understand it, but what I'm saying is let us repeat the facts that are not in question.
Exactly.
The Najat Muhammad video went viral. Anybody can watch it. What she said was very clear. The air fire allegation of paying bandits is in the public domain.
Obviously.
So how do you establish facts?
Exactly.
You establish facts with trends. You try to establish facts with evidence. Witnesses. That's how to establish. We did this very clear. This is an APC thing. That's what it is.
Okay. Now there have been talks that the opposition is supposedly patting the current government on the wrist. When this situation unfolded, a couple of supporters of the government felt that the opposition should take the side of unity, unison, and amplify the resonance of we're together. Then after we're done with Trump, we can come back to our divisive politics. But others made reference to the president when he was in opposition and how he took advantage of the security situation of the time and literally used the vulnerability of Jonathan to destabilize his government particularly. But others felt that was the time, and now should not be the time for the opposition to politicize this. What is going on with the opposition? Do you think they are free to speak? Or is there a way through which the opposition has been strained by the current government?
Okay. Before I answer that question, I need to tell you that I'm being very cautious because I don't think you understand that I ran in that 2015 election.
I know you did.
I know so many things that I cannot say in public. Facts. Verifiable that I cannot say in public. So if you think I'm not censoring myself, you are joking. I am trying to censor myself. That's by the way. To answer your question, the opposition may have been weakened.
Yes.
Yes. You saw what happened in the Labour Party.
Yeah.
You saw what happened in PDP. And you saw those ones because they were in the public domain. Many more are happening. But, yes, the opposition will not collapse. It cannot collapse. Let me tell you something Amechi said, Rotimi Amechi, former governor of Rivers. He said that the political space is closed. the media looked at that statement as normal politician talk. That statement is very deep. The statement is very deep. And I hope you understand that constitutionally, the Nigerian president is the most powerful president in the world.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because he has 5 positions. Chairman, Federal Executive Council, President, Commander-in-Chief, Head of State, Head of Government. He has 5 positions.
Emperor.
Which I support. No, I don't have any problem with that. Because if that power is used for development, the country will develop.
Exactly.
But when you give it to a semi-literate who self-admitted on his INEC form, no primary, no basic education, no primary, no secondary, then what you see is what you get. And it happens to be that this same person is somebody who forfeited proceeds of narcotics trafficking. So where do you want to go with that? Now, what do you expect opposition to do when police accompanied APC talks to dislodge? It is the media that is supposed to do something, not opposition. Opposition has a meeting. Police come with talks and dislodge the meeting. What kind of jungle is that? They are saying Trump should not call us a disgrace nation. Are we not worse than disgrace? Dr. Festus Adedayo said every Nigerian should be ashamed. What is different from what he said and what Trump said? Have we not become shameless? What are we saying? Trump is right, we are wrong. The only way to do remedy is to first admit. We can provide security for our people, and then we are saying Trump said. What did Trump say that is different from what is happening? So the opposition cannot start a civil war if that is what you are expecting.
No, I'm not.
We are going to
asking in that regard.
Within the civic space, and we expect the media to defend that civic space. Rotimi Amechi said that the political space is closed. Then, Ganduje said everybody will endorse Tinubu for president. The same thing Abacha did. And you know that Tinubu was an Abacha acolyte. So he's using the military tactics of Abacha to become the candidate.
I like this man laugh.
So when Rotimi Amechi said the political space is closed, if the media did not understand it, they should have approached him and approached me. So, guys, explain what you mean by the political space is closed.
That's why you're here, to help us explain that, which is what you're doing now. So it's not bad.
That's exactly what it means. They will use government, abuse power and crush opposition. You saw what happened in Alimosho local government.
Yeah.
Party went to have party meeting. Police accompanied the talks to come and dislodge them. So who are you going to report to? If not attack, they attack opposition. Opposition is supposed to report to police. Police are told to stop it. Police has become a top organization. What me? Let the police meet me in court if they are not a top organization.
Okay, Mr. Martins, you're really very vibrant today. You're giving it wutu. Well, I think that's a fact. That's the truth. At this point, we have to say it. Now, just barely 2 or 3 days, Trump made a statement. Several villagers are feared dead, while many others remain missing following a suspected herdsman attack on Anwule community in Oglewu, Ohimini local government area, Benue State. The attackers targeted farmers while they were working in their fields. They killed several with machetes and other weapons. The assault has actually forced residents to flee their homes, seeking refuge in neighboring communities. One of the problems the Nigerians had actually with this current administration was the fact that when these things happen, none of the security agents come to speak about this. They keep mute. Nobody, not even the aides or the spokespersons of the president, speak about it, elicit a form of empathy and make a reassurance that the matter will be investigated, and then those who actually committed this mayhem will be apprehended. There's absolute silence. It's the media that reports this unfortunate circumstance or this unfortunate event. So do you think that that sense of speaking in terms of expressing empathy to unfortunate incidents like this will actually come up? Do you think it will resonate? Do you think they would begin to implement such in speaking about it? Because the NSA recently said
if you look at the root cause for my analysis, I think that explains even this your question. Now, if I am the cause of the kidnap of a 17-year-old boy, and I come to express sympathy, it is deceitful. It is deceitful. When did Jagaban Tinubu go to Benue? Chronologically, I think it was after P2B accused him of being aloof.
Yep.
Now,
or when the Pope actually made that statement on Sunday, the Pope was the first person that elicited concern and prayers for the victims at the time.
Oh yes, like plus what the Pope said.
Yeah.
Now, is that he gets security reports every day. Now we are saying Trump said. Trump told you that your soup is not good. You that you ate the soup, didn't you know your soup is not good?
Exactly.
Trump told you that there is genocide in your country. You didn't know. Okay, if you did not know, did the Plateau governor not use the word genocide?
Bam.
Oh yeah, he did.
So why are you now saying Trump said?
Hey.
You see how we tell lies all the time. Saying Trump said. The Plateau governor used that word, genocide, and he's not the only one who has been using it. The Benue bishop used the word genocide. So, what is genocide? If you look at the UN Convention on Genocide, the definition is clear. It's right. Okay, these people killing people, they come shouting Allah's Akbar. What does that tell you? That tells you that they claim to be Muslims.
Exactly.
Now, does it mean that Muslims are terrorists? No. But this particular terrorist shouting Allah's Akbar, is that they are Muslim, because if you see somebody shouting Ave Maria, he's Roman Catholic, like me.
Oh.
So, if these people are shouting Allah's Akbar, and they come to kill people, I expect the Muslims to condemn them.
Exactly.
I gave a formula a few months back, before all this country of particular concern. And my formula was that the Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs, together with the Council of Imams and the Council of Ulama, should declare a fatwa against Islamic insurgents. Fatwa is the Islamic death sentence.
Okay.
If they had listened to me, this thing would have stopped overnight. Yes, because the Christians and the Muslims would have united to fight the insurgent. But if a Christian wants to fight the insurgent, the Muslim may think that, but they are my fellow Muslims. And so this is leadership failure. What you are calling a government that I call a regime, they fail to detect, they fail to prevent, they fail to protect, they fail to arrest and prosecute. So what is that? What does the Constitution say? The primary purpose of government is the security and the welfare of the people.
Exactly.
Where is the security of the people who are killed in Yewata and all over the place? Where is the security and welfare of the people who are killed in Bokos in Plateau State? Where is the security and welfare? And you call this a government? Continue calling it a government. This is not a government. What me? The Constitution clearly provides that it's not a government. The primary purpose of government is the security and welfare of the people. So how can you have a government? You don't have security, you don't have welfare. Poverty everywhere. And you say it's a government. Then we celebrate corruption. You say it is a government. Then you're waiting for Trump to tell you that you have insecurity. Excuse me.
All right, Mr. Martins, what would be your advice to the Nigerian government now? And how would you react to Daniel Bwala insisting that this whole statement made by the U.S. president tagging Nigeria a country of particular concern and insisting that there is a Christian genocide, that the whole thing was perpetuated by IPOB? That's what Bwala said on national television, that in 2016...
But Bwala, let me answer you by quoting Bwala.
Okay.
I like Bwala.
Okay.
I like Bola. I like him very much. Let me answer you by quoting him.
Okay.
Daniel Bola said that every human being, their brain works 24/7, 7 days a week, continuously. When they join APC, their brain stops working. I'm quoting Daniel Bola. That's what has happened to him. I'm quoting him.
Oh my God.
I can send it to you. I'm quoting Bola. That's my answer to him. When they join APC, their brain stops working. He has joined APC, his brain has stopped working. I'm quoting him. Unless he admits that he was wrong and he withdraws it. I'm quoting Daniel Bola. He said that every human being's brain works until you join APC, their brain is working. That is Daniel Bola. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Martins, what would be your recommendation in the political space now? There's tension, supposedly. The APC as a party, they're trying to recalibrate. They have their propaganda weaponry and tools on social media to change the narrative. They have their different tactics. There's acidic, divisive politics being played. Do you think that the president is aware of this, or certain elements are just deliberately doing what they're doing to keep young Nigerians distracted?
Let me tell you, nobody can match APC in propaganda.
I'm telling you.
Nobody. All of us put together cannot match APC in propaganda.
At all.
So APC will always control the narrative. But they cannot change the facts. They were controlling the narratives when they lost the election woefully and had to declare fraudulent results. So they can continue controlling narratives. The facts are clear. What resources do you have to match their control of the narrative? They use both their party resources, they use public resources, abuse of office. So what resources do you have to match their narrative? Their narrative always prevails. They will drown you with their falsehood. But they were controlling the narrative in 2003 when they lost the election woefully. They lost in Bodilon, they lost in Ikeja, they lost in Lagos, they lost everywhere. So let them continue to control narrative with propaganda. We are here. The facts speak for themselves. And let me tell you, don't forget that El-Rufai was APC.
Yeah,
Kawubaraje was APC.
Yeah.
Sani Ulukma was APC. But the media is talking about people decamping every day, decamping from opposition to APC. They are not talking about the people decamping from APC to opposition.
Amechi too was an APC.
Was APC. Saraki was APC. But the media is only counting those who joined APC. Because something is on that side. Corruption is there.
This guy laughs.
They're not counting those who left APC.
I like the way he laughs.
So if you look at the percentage, a number of persons who have joined the current party, there are many, like in the National Assembly now, and even amongst the state governors, it's literally 70%. So the APC literally is in charge. It almost feels like it's a one-party system. If you have
we're not saying they're not in charge.
if you have 25 governors of the APC, 8 governors of the PDP, 1 APGA, and 1 NNPP, then what are we saying? And there are talks that more of these governors would defect to the APC.
Hold on. They were in office in 2023 when they lost the election woefully. Ask them to bring the election results, not the forged one.
Bam.
The authentic one from the polling units. Bring only Lagos and you will see that APC could not get 15% of the votes in Lagos. Bring the authentic results, we have it. Bring it up. They couldn't get 15% in Lagos. They couldn't get 25% in Abuja. APC lost in Aso Rock. So what are you saying? You media people, you don't understand politics because you give the airspace to clowns like Wike.
Exactly.
You don't understand politics. They lost in Aso Rock.
Mr. Martins, what did we do to you today?
No, please. No, it's not personal. I'm generalizing.
No,
it's not you. I'm
know.
generalizing.
I understand.
I'm generalizing. Because I see Wike, he admitted on public TV that his wife owns property. His wife is a public servant who is earning less than $1 million a month. She owns property worth over $5 million in the US. It is Shawara that is writing petition. No media has done editorial of Madam, how did you get the money?
Exactly.
Madam, do you have business? If you have company, how much taxes did you pay with your company? Oh, madam, since you are a judge, are you taking bribe from litigants? How did you get all this money? The media has let that one slide, just like all these facts I'm revealing to you. Kawubadaje's confession on insecurity. Then America that has
Even Ali
resources,
Modi Sharif.
America that has resources has come to a conclusion that is clearly correct. And then we start our propaganda. What is that? Deal with the issues. The facts cannot be wished away. As America is complaining, the insurgents are continuing.
Exactly. That's the painful
The killings
part.
are continuing. Now they say it's IPOB. Does IPOB shout Allahu Akbar? IPOB is a peaceful organization.
I like
And the
this
public
one.
policy of IPOB is non-violent. The public philosophy of IPOB and policy is non-violent. Does IPOB shout Allahu Akbar? So this is the why Wala is right. When you say when you join the APC, your brain stops working. His brain has stopped working.
All right, Mr. Martins Onova, thank you so much for giving us your time this evening. We sincerely appreciate you. You're quite intellectually deep and very engaging, and I really love your expressions this evening. Albeit, I think I took a brunt from your expressions this evening, Mr. Martins. And
Please, it's not targeted at you. If I say media, I'm talking about Nigerian media. I'm not talking about you or your media.
All right. So we will do this sometime again this week, Mr. Martins. I do hope you'll be able to avail yourself. I really do enjoy interacting with you this evening, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome, sir.
Tracy, the other guests, they're sharp like
Ladies
this.
and gentlemen, you've been listening to
Otherwise,
Mr.
I want to
Martins
move
Onova,
forward to
once
Precious
presidential candidate
Enyi.
of the National Conscience Party. He's also
Eh?
an
Honestly, the
advocate,
guy laugh,
human
they make me
rights,
laugh.
advocate as well.
So you guys, let me know. Tracy, do you think the other guests, were they okay? I don't want to waste my time. We'll move to Precious right away, sharply. I dey wait for you. Okay. When you respond,
As
I will
well,
stop.
a political and social affairs commentator. We're taking a very short break.
Okay.
When
All
we-
right. Good. All right. Precious saying next. Her guest, right? So today I dey here with una today we go back to back. Let me see.
All right. Hi. Good morning and good evening.
Okay, yes, I
everyone.
remember
Welcome
this
to the show.
guest.
Another day
He's
to talk
a
about things happening in.
okay.
All these other blabs, you know. Look, we the survivors, we the witnesses, we were the ones who petitioned this matter before the U.S. Senate.
Oh, now right to U.S. Senate.
We. Precious, you are aware when I went to address the U.S. Congress,
Yes.
the U.S. Sub-Congressional Committee on Africa,
Yes.
on July 24th. That is exactly 1 month, 1 week after the attack in my village that consumed 271 of my kinsmen,
God damn.
34 of whom are my direct relatives.
Hey!
We have been facing this Islamist genocide over a very long period of time. In 2017, that is 8 years ago, I staged a protest on 16th of May in Abuja, the National Assembly. We were calling it genocide. But because the victims were the ones speaking, Nigerian government were not listening. Because a lot of them in government, in the federal government, amongst many governors of the core north, amongst many traditional rulers, are the sponsors of this jihad.
Bam!
Why are we doing to ourselves? Why are we like so? America did not sow motto in law that is on your own, on their own, stand up to say they are going to fight this issue in Nigeria. No, it is Nigerians that begged for help. I included, my friend Uto in Oklahoma. I wrote to Ted Cruz. I wrote to Senator James Langford, the senior senator from Oklahoma. They've been pursuing this even that week before Trump designated Nigeria, elevated Nigeria's status to that of a country of particular concern. He did that last Friday. On Tuesday, I already knew about it because I got the information from Department of State. They said they are reaching out to our complaint. Okay, and then number two, these people have more intel than even Nigerian government have themselves. I'm telling you because I've related with these people. Their intelligence, it is from these people that I even begin to know stories about Nigeria that I never knew. So why
outside what you told them already? Outside what you had told them?
Yeah. Listen. These people, do you know that we have two American consulates in Nigeria? We have Embassy of America in Abuja. We have the consulate in Lagos.
Yes.
Do you know that these places are like the White House in Nigeria? And so these places, they have the intel about Nigeria, even more than Nigeria. More than Nigeria. These people, besides Precious, my sister, these people are the owners of the technology we use. Today, you'll be talking to me, we will be talking straight away. You say, oh, let's talk on WhatsApp, because you feel that you want to talk through an encrypted platform. But these are the people that own it. So it's not encrypted to them. You say, oh, let's talk through Facebook Messenger because it's encrypted. It's not encrypted to them. You say, okay, wow, oh, Facebook can be hacked, WhatsApp can be hacked. Okay, let's talk through Raya, satellite telephone. Who owns the satellite? Who owns the satellite telephone that you're communicating? So why are you deluding yourselves? Okay, you're talking through a microchip, through SIM card that has a microchip. Who owns those microchips? Do you know the communication those things sense? So America's intel, just like Israeli intel, Mossad intel, I don't think there's any intel in the world that can beat the CIA, the FBI, and Mossad put together. None in the world. Let's not lie to ourselves. So these people have all this information. So me as a victim from Yerwata, my own land, my own ancestral land, the land that is established by my great-great-grandfather, the father of my grandfather. These people came, killed this Precious. I had a talk with you in June, the month it happened.
Yes, it is.
I told you that two weeks before it happened, they killed about 8 of our people. So they've been killing almost every week, every two weeks. What the difference between what happened on June 13 and 14, the massacre of about 278 people, was because of just the sheer size, the sheer number. But we've lived with it for the past 10 years, that every week they will come, they will kill 10 of our people, they will kill 8, they will kill 13. And let me tell you the extent of government complicity in this. Do you know that soldiers in Yerwata have been involved in the killings of our people? Soldiers in Yerwata and in Ude.
Wow.
Soldiers, listen.
That are meant to protect your people among those attacking you.
See,
now what's in the talk?
Precious, when Trump described us as a disgraced nation, a disgraced country rather, do you know it's an apt and a succinct appellation? We're proud of it, but that is the truth of the matter. Except you want to deny the truth. You know, look, where in the world have you seen communities protest against deployment of soldiers, if not Nigeria? Communities across the plateau, communities across Southern Kaduna, communities across Benue have on countless times protest for the withdrawal of soldiers. In other places in the world, when they deploy soldiers to crisis-prone areas, the people begin to become assured and secured. But not in our place, because in our place, look, when Yerwata was attacked on June 13, there were soldiers in the primary school. They did not shoot at these terrorists that came in over 100 bikes. No one gunshot was targeted at this terrorist. And they killed how many of my kinsmen that night?
And you think the United States, and you think that the US know all these things when they talk like
They know everything now. They know everything. And the response that came that day was from the police. That's why our community, we prefer the police. Every time our community protests, they say, no, leave the police. We don't want soldiers. Let me tell you, in 2022, in August 2022, Fulani terrorists attacked my village in broad daylight. They killed 8 of our people. So the soldiers camped in Yerwata that day. They mixed with some of our youth to repel these terrorists. They killed 13 of these terrorists. My sister, I'm saying this very openly today, that immediately the following day, you know, Yerwata is just 25 minutes drive from Makodi. It's on the federal highway. I was in the government of Otom at that point as a principal special assistant to the governor. I drove to my village first thing in the morning that day after the attack. Do you know that out of the 13 people that were killed, these 13 terrorists that were killed, 3 of them were serving soldiers with their ID card, Fulani soldiers with their ID card in their pocket.
Oh my God.
3 of these people.
That's not true.
We took this matter. Yes, we took the matter. I took the matter to Colonel Hemba, retired, the security advisor to Governor Otom. We went and reported this matter to the commander of 72 Special Forces Battalion in Northbound in Makoti. 3 of these people who were killed, the terrorists that came to attack the road, 3 were having ID cards of Nigerian soldiers in their pocket. And do you know the soldier Staff Sergeant Kinsley Oludare, the soldier who led that attack to repel the Fulanis? The following day, he was redeployed from Yerwata. So they do not even hide it. Instead of you to even thank that guy for staging that attack, that counter attack, what did you do? As early as 7 a.m. the following day, you recalled him from Yerwata to leave Yerwata and come back to the barrack in Makodi. Do you understand? Okay, before June 13 happened, the massacre of Yerwata of June 13. 2 weeks before that day, on May 28th, in Ude is the ward headquarters. Our council ward is called Niev. So Yerwata is just a village in Niev council ward. The headquarters of Niev council ward is called Ude. It's a village in the hinterland, 6 kilometers away from Yerwata into the bush. It has a railway station. Okay, on that 28th of May, on the eve of Tinubu's second tenure,
yes,
Fulani terrorists came to Yerwata and killed 6 people, including my late father's best friend, Ulam, a retired army officer. They killed him, killed his wife, killed his 2 children who were sleeping just around 9 p.m. They slaughtered those children. So the following day in Ude, a thief woman was going to fetch firewood. So she passed a Fulani guy who was repairing a bike. He squatted and was trying to fix something in a bike. And she saw blood stains on his body. So she went back to the village and raised an alarm that she saw a Fulani guy with blood stains. Of course, that's a ground for suspicion. So the youth went there, they accosted this Fulani guy, and the Fulani guy was able to confess that they were the ones who carried out attack in Yerwata, my own village, the previous night, where 6 people were killed, were slaughtered. And that this bike was given to him by an army guy, Nigerian army guy, in Ude there, because Ude also has a detachment of Nigerian army stationed in the primary school there. So the name of the army guy was Suleiman. So the youth protested and went to the primary school where the army were. So the army started shooting the air. The youth said, you have to kill all of them. They accosted the Suleiman. Do you know this Suleiman's response for giving the guy? He said, no, he didn't know the guy. But when the guy came yesterday, and the guy complained that a snake has beat his brother, so he gave him the bike to convey the brother to the hospital. So who is the brother that the snake has beaten?
Okay. Ishon are the brother. Ishon are the brother.
No, who is the brother? There was no brother. Which hospital so that we can go and see? There was none. But then the most important question is that these motorbikes were given to you guys by the government as a security measure for logistics. So why will you give somebody that you never knew? Have you ever given the natives in Ude the bike for any family reasons or for health reasons? But you get a Fulani, you say you don't know him. You get a Fulani guy. That was how they took this Suleiman to 72 Special Forces in Makodi and laid a complaint to the officer, the commander, who incidentally is a Fulani officer, and that was the end of the matter. He died a natural death. So you see, these people strategically place themselves everywhere, commanding different units of the soldiers in places where they are killing us. And so when you take a matter to them, it dies a natural death. Precious, I want to ask you, in your entire life, have you in the Northeast, you've seen quite a couple of times that soldiers have killed terrorists, right? in the northeast of Nigeria, in Borno State. In the northwest, that is when it happened between Muslim. In the northwest, you've seen quite a number of times that soldiers had killed these terrorists in the northwest. Have you ever, for once, seen where soldiers have killed Fulani terrorists in North Central, in middle belt of Nigeria, in Plateau, in Benue, where they display the bodies and say, oh, look at soldiers today, they exchange with these Fulani terrorists and kill this number. Apart from the time that stabbed Kingsley in Yerota in 2022, August 2022, went out of his designated role to attack the people who were coming to kill people in Yerota. And then he was redeployed the following day. That's the end of the guy. I'm still in touch with him. Look, I've known so much of this issue. When I was in the government of Tom, and my village was one of the most victimized village by Fulani terrorists. I was so into that matter to the extent that I know so much. Even the soldiers, they relate with us. They tell us the truth of the matter because they are also victims. Many of the soldiers in those days, they come from Southern Kaduna. They come from, you at least must have one or two from Southern Kaduna Plateau. They open up to you.
So,
they tell you.
So when Ona writes the United States, what exactly Ona expect the US to do? And what exactly gonna complain? Because the Nigerian government till tomorrow no agree say there is genocide of Christians. Rather, they said in the face crisis of insecurity. Because in fact, you have the Arewa group saying that more Muslims actually died than Christians. That's what they're saying. Even though I don't know if we'll have statistics to back them up. Sir.
Now America also used to all these warped excuses that these people do give. Look, let me break down. I'm a lawyer, right?
Yes, I do.
There are a lot of violent crimes. There are a lot of different kind of violent crimes. There's a violent crime of rape. There's a violent crime of assault and battery. There's a violent crime of grievous bodily harm. There's a violent crime of armed robbery. You understand? There's a violent crime of murder, culpable homicide. There's a violent crime of terrorism. The violent crime of terrorism is what Nigerian government designated ESN, right?
It's IPOB. It's IPOB. Yes. It's not just the ESN.
Okay,
IPOB has been prescribed. Yes,
yes, and then the Boko Haram and the ISWAP. They are perpetrating the violent crime of terrorism.
Yes.
Then there's another violent crime called genocide. So you cannot mix all these ones together and say they are killing Muslims. So they are killing Muslims in the violent crime of terrorism happening in Northwest and North.
So that means the crime of genocide.
Genocide.
So
it's different from.
In your complaint, you specified what has been going on in the Middle Belt, which you classify as genocide.
Exactly. See, Precious. Genocide. Genocide is defined by the 1948 United Nations Convention on the Punishment and Prevention of the Crime of Genocide in Article 2.
Okay.
It says genocide. It simply says genocide is when you carry out an intent to destroy a people because of their one, race,
yes,
religion, 2, ethnicity,
yes,
ethnicity, 3, religion.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Fulani terrorist, what are you doing in our own place? What are you doing when you came to your water and you were killing people and you are shouting Allahu Akbar? What are you doing? When you came to your water from beginning to end, when you came to Plateau, beginning to end, you are killing people and shouting, yelling Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, the globally recognized motto and slogan of terrorists all over the world. Ordinarily, that phrase means something good in Arabic. Right? God is great. Allahu Akbar. But look, we cannot deny the fact that that has become the slogan of global terrorists everywhere in the world. Just go to a gathering and hold a bag and shout Allahu Akbar. People will take off. People will take off. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So that is the sort of precious. Imagine there's a thief militia, thief terrorist group going to Sokoto, going to Kano, killing people in various villages, and as they kill, they begin to shout, "In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, in the name of the Father and of the Son and the Holy Spirit," and they are killing, and they're killing 200, 300 in villages in Sokoto, in Zamfara, in Kano. What would the Muslims say? Would they say, "Oh, they also kill these people that killed us in Sokoto, they also kill people in Benue"? No, let's flip it the other side. Would that be their complaint? Would they say, "Oh, these people also kill people in Benue"? And then who tells you that, okay, in genocide, there are no also collateral damage? When the genocide in Rwanda happened in 1994, when Hutus were killing Tutsi, were they not moderate Hutus?
Yes, they were death of Hutus. So.
They were also killing moderate Hutus. But was that not a genocide? When ISIS were killing in Iraq and Syria, they killed Muslims more. But it was a genocide because of the number of Christians they killed for their faith. They killed the Christians for their faith, destroyed the churches, bombed Christian homes. But that was a genocide. United Nations call it a genocide. United States Congress call it genocide. European Union Parliament call it genocide. But the victims of ISIS were more of Muslims in Iraq and Syria. But it was called genocide. So, hello. So what do you mean? That because you are killing fellow Muslims are being killed, the fellow Muslims who are killed in Katsina, who are killed in Sokoto, Zamfara, and Borno, who is killing them? Is it not the same Muslims? Is it Christians that are killing those people? So to what extent are we responsible for the radical ideology you inculcated into these people? You don't send these people to school. Many of them will have the highest number of out-of-school children all in the world, all in the northern part of Nigeria. And then you say, "Oh, it's part of their religion, oh, to go into this almajiri, begging on the street." And then these people begin to go into terrorism, and then you begin to teach them hate and violence, and then begin to teach them we against them. We against them every time. No, let's tell ourselves, look, my mom is a Muslim. My mom is a Muslim. I have two Muslim siblings from the same womb. I'm the first child of my mom. So my mom's second to the last born, they are all Muslims, right? And the last born. My very beloved siblings, you know, they are a complete example of what a Muslim should be. Just like, okay, you say there's no genocide. Let me also give you another example. When Sheikh Imam Abubakar Abdullahi in Barkin Lati, 5 years ago, when Fulani terrorists came to kill people in his community, did he not hit people in his own mosque? Why did they spare the mosque if there's no genocide? He hit the Christians in his own mosque. In Barkin Ladi, he hit the Christians. They killed people who were not, but they scared him. He came out and he blocked the door. They knew that Christians were hidden in this mosque, but he came out and spoke to them in the language they understand. And knowing that he is Imam. And they gave him respect. So why did they do that if there's no genocide? So why are we lying to ourselves? Instead of acknowledging this and then saying we are going to work towards it.
So, in other words, you believe, say, the Nigerian government deliberately know the truth, but then they run away from the truth, or they don't want to admit them. Say truly.
No, they know the truth now. They know the truth, my sister. They are just running away from the truth. And you know, everybody in that country just wants to be politically correct. The president, obviously, no lot of people involved in this, but of course, because of his 2027, he doesn't want to hurt some people, you know, because of his 2027 re-election quest. He doesn't want to really hurt some. So we call that political correctness. They know these people. Look, is it not United Arab Emirates 4 years ago?
Yes.
3 years ago when Buhari was in government? Did they not try and jail some Nigerians in their country who have allegiance to terrorist organization in Nigeria?
And release names to us.
They extracted, and then they extracted a list from these people who were jailed in Dubai and sent to Nigeria over 300 names on that list. They told us themselves that these people are amongst the state governors, they are among the senators, they are in the federal government. They sent to Nigeria. What did Nigeria do about it? Political correctness, because every president don't want to hurt some people because they sponsor his campaign. they deliver some of their polling units and their word. So he wants that. So we really do not have a leader in Nigeria, a person who cares for the country, who cares that, look, this country must get better, no matter whose ox is God. So there is no that true leader in the true sense of the word.
All right.
Everybody just want to be politically correct.
All right, so Mr. Uto, when Una writes to the U.S. Congress, what exactly was your request and what were you expecting? And by any chance, any Igbo group or IPOB follow Una, right? Because people like Daniel Bwala, they say that actually IPOB and Igbo people, na them go reports to the U.S. say that they kill Christians for Nigeria, and no be Una because sir.
Okay, my sister.
Yes, sir.
All those are just blackmails. They just want to blackmail. They just want to blackmail the winner. Okay, all those are just blackmail. Look, IPOB were not involved in this. We went to Washington. We petitioned this thing. We went to the Congress. We petitioned this matter before the Congress.
By we, who and who? Who and who been involved?
We, the victims. From Middle Belt. We from the
so including yes, yeah, okay, including Plateau States, not just Benue States. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
I hope you are aware that my bishop, the Bishop of Catholic Diocese of Makor, the Bishop Wilfred Arabi, came to the United States in March and addressed the U.S. Congressional Subcommittee on Africa. I hope you are aware that he came in March.
Mm-hmm.
So we the victims, we're the ones who petitioned all these things. Nobody did. Nobody. IPOB may have their complaints and all those, but IPOB was not responsible. We were responsible. And we called for the designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern. And then the activation of the Global Magnitsky Act. Now with this designation, the United States will activate this Global Magnitsky Act so that they will go after they have the list of these terrorist sponsors. They will go after them. They will freeze their account, not just in the US, but across European countries and even the United Kingdom and Canada. Freeze their account, seize their assets, and then give travel bans to all these people. And apart from that, they also want to go after their properties in other places. And besides that, block them from accessing the American banking system, because most of them carry out financial transactions using the American financial institutions like the Visa card, MasterCard, MasterCard. So this transaction goes through the American financial institutions. When you use your Visa card, you use your MasterCard to transact in dollars. They go through the American financial institutions. So they want to block this. All these people carry out their businesses in dollars. So America has all these details. So it's not just about this, about designating Nigeria. Just like President Trump said, he said that is the list of it. If you read his first statement on this matter, when he designated Nigeria,
absolutely,
he said, I am hereby designating Nigeria as a country of particular concern, and that is the list of it. That's the list. So many other measures are coming. And the other one, he has already revealed it. That look, they want to go and take on these terrorists themselves. Because Nigerians, the government in Nigeria is either incapable or complicit. And so they are quite quiet about it. To what extent? So right now, we Nigerians, we have to choose between sovereignty or salvation. Between these two S's. Because I hear everybody talking about, sovereignty, Nigeria is a sovereign nation. Is it not the same government in Nigeria that always tell us that these terrorists are coming from outside? So the terrorists, to a very great extent, have already violated our sovereignty. So if the solution will come from outside, then we welcome it. We, the victims, I'm talking on behalf of the victims. So I do not care any senator or any minister giving a different narrative. We are the victims. We are the victims. I've lost more than 50 of my family members to this carnage, to this nonsense. And then everybody begin to come on TV every day. Voila is my friend. Begin to come on and begin to say for political correctness, or for trying to protect where he is right now, and begin to say it's IPOB. Am I IPOB? Am I ESN? I'm a thief guy from Yerota. I've been killed for the past 10 years. Look, the population of my Precious.
Sir?
Every time I pick a picture of me in Yerota with my people, because every time I'm in Yerota, you see a lot of people around me. You know, my family, they come around. You see 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people, 20 people. Anytime I pick a picture, you just situate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who were killed. So every picture you pick.
So every group picture we carry on a day complete again.
Every group picture, even yesterday, yesterday I don't realize that one of my cousins, I never knew that he was killed in June 13 attack. Until yesterday. When I saw him, I called one of my cousins in Yerota. I said, wait, I've not heard from secretary, call the secretary. I've not heard from secretary. Big bro, they killed secretary that day now. Do you understand? So up to now, I'm just discovering some other people that were killed. Up to this moment, what kind of thing is this? So we want US to go after these people. Some people say, oh, it's resources. They are coming after resources. What the heck, my sister Habba? Which resources are they coming after? So
you think they're not after? But people talk, say, even the US never, I mean, Sudan or Afghanistan or all places where they don't intervene before, including Libya, nothing good came out of it. So what's in beyond our hope, say anything good will come out of this intervention, if they indeed intervene.
Okay.
That okay, people they talk.
They intervene in Kuwait. Kuwait is prosperous now. They intervened during Operation Desert Storm, during the time of Clinton. Kuwait is very prosperous now. They intervened in Germany during World War II. And then they came out to bring out the Marshall Plan to rebuild Germany. Germany today is the most prosperous nation in Europe. The biggest economy in Europe is Germany. And Germany was rebuilt by the Marshall Plan of the US and other parts of Europe. They intervened in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Bosnia is stable and peaceful right now as we speak. They intervened in Japan. Japan has emerged more prosperous, more peaceful, and more stable. They intervened in the Korean crisis. North Korea is the sweeter of the two Koreas. A democracy, sweet, prosperous, and peaceful. This is in Colombia. Colombia has returned to peace and stability. They intervened in Panama. So what are they saying? What are they using? Why are they using the isolated cases of Afghanistan that already were killing themselves? Libya already risen up against Gaddafi. They've already risen up against Gaddafi. Whether America intervened or not, Libya was meant to be what it is because they started from Benghazi. Were we not watching all those things in 2010, 2011? Libya stood up and said it was when Gaddafi was killing the people that they imposed no-flight zone and they intervened. So what are they telling us? What are they not telling us? Those countries that are listing were already embroiled in crisis.
But we are in crisis too. Now, there are people like Sheikh Gumi in an interview, we will talk, say, no matter what the US do, say US no go fit it, they like make them come with all their military minds. That it to be hard. Something we don't do tough for Nigerian government to do. It no go easy for the US to just come handle. And they come on, make I finish. In the talk, say the best way to handle the matter now to discuss with these people then because then they are grieved and that they're also human beings, they have feelings. When you negotiate with them, that they will calm down, you know, and that governors like the Kaduna State governor is already doing that. He's cooperating by negotiating with them, and then there is relative calm, even though there are two attacks in Kaduna State, but there's only that approach. And I don't try for Benue State for any kind of negotiation.
Okay, so first of all, before I address Gumi as a person, first of all, he was talking about this. Let them talk to them.
Yes.
They are aggrieved.
Yes.
What is their grievances? Their grievances in Benue. What is their grievances? Their grievances is the fact that we are thief, we are Christians. So
no, for that one, they don't even see them as attack. They call them. They say no be terrorist attacks. Say na farmer header clashes. Say farmers and headers they quarrel. So sir,
hold on now. Okay. Hold on. The Fulani man, one-on-one cannot fight the thief man. Physical combat. Even in war situation. Look, we are the ones that stop the progression of jihad. down south.
Yes.
It stopped before.
No, stop the dripping of the Quran for inside the Niger.
Exactly. You understand? We the thief people and the soldiers of Southern Kaduna and Plateau, the soldiers of Benin, were the ones who won the civil war for Nigeria.
Absolutely.
It wasn't Fulani soldiers.
And somehow the Igbos are telling you people now, maybe you've seen the Nigeria you did.
We're the ones. So when you say farmer header crisis, where is the crisis? If you want to fight, we'll finish all of you now. If you want to fight one-on-one, okay, you guys are there, we're there. We'll finish. Where have you seen the fight take place? That thing you call farmer header crisis. Where have you ever seen the fight take place? That look at people, look at Fulani people, they are fighting themselves, they are killing themselves. These people smuggle themselves in the depth of the night, come to kill our people who are sleeping, kill 1-year-old boy, 1-month-old boy. See my cousin, that my auntie was roasted in Yerota, 7-month pregnancy with twins.
Oh my God.
With the twins. 7 months pregnant. So which of the fight was she involved with the headers? Which of the fight was she involved with? They try to use such euphemism to downplay the magnitude of the terror act they are perpetrating. They use the euphemism of farmer header crisis. It is a stale euphemism. It has been outused. It makes no meaning now. They use the euphemism of climate change. Oh, climate is pursuing them from this.
They define water. Say they define water.
They define water.
Desert encroachment.
If you are finding water, why won't you go to Lake Chad? Sambisa is there as a forest. Why won't you go and graze there? In September this year, during the United Nations General Assembly, the Prime Minister of Italy, Giorgia Meloni, in her speech at the United Nations General Assembly 8, she said Algeria asked for their intervention. They helped Algeria to reclaim over 360,000 hectares of the desert for vegetation. Italy has turned the desert in Algeria for vegetation. So you guys, why can't you call for help that, okay, desert is encroaching our land. Come and help us. Italy said they reclaimed 360,000 desert.
So why on a right to the United Nations? So, why on a right to the US instead of the United Nations?
No. United Nations is a lame dog. It's just a lame dog. You understand? So we need action. We need action. And so that is why we wrote to the United States. Because we need action. Because United States have been on this matter even during first administration of Trump. So we have to continue from where he stopped. If you remember, during his first tenure, he designated Nigeria as a federal party.
Yes, and then and then the Democrats came in and of course lifted it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Secretary Blinken, you lifted it. You know, so we have to continue from where Trump stopped. So that's
but why do you think the Democrats know they see the pain when they relate to them as much as Trump this year?
Well, I don't know about that. I'm not too much involved in American politics, but what I learned here, being coming to school in America, that the Democrats like being politically correct at most of the times. You know, they like to flow with the tide. You know, they like to the flow. So coming here, when I was in Nigeria, I was more sympathetic to a Democrat. But when I came here, I understood that my values are more Republican. You know, they're more Republican. The values I bear. They're more Republican. Okay, going back to Shegumi, let me ask you, Precious. Have you ever seen any good thing come out of Shegumi? One good thing, as in one.
Sir?
Have you ever seen one good thing come out of Shegumi?
It's a rhetorical question.
I have to address that matter.
It's a rhetorical question. You surely do. You surely not demand an answer.
So my sister, those are the names. Those are the names on the list of America. Those are the names.
Are you serious?
Those are the names. I'm telling you. Those are the names. Look, this year, even Islamist countries do not want the likes of Shegumi. Islamic countries who have gone liberal these days. Shegumi in March went to Saudi Arabia for Hajj. Was he not deported from the airport?
So you feel saying that because of his values, now make them deported?
Exactly, for terrorism. Wow. For what it stands for. Do you understand? Because Saudi Arabia have changed. UAE has changed long time ago. Countries like Kuwait, they've changed. Many of these countries in the Middle East, they are changing very fast. Adopting freedom and taking some liberal approaches. But these guys in Nigeria, they still want to maintain some of this pre-medieval mentality. Pre-medieval mentality. I say, oh, Ottoman Danfodio said this, so they have to fulfill the dream of Ottoman Danfodio. Oh, this one said this, so they have to fulfill it. Forgetting that times have changed. And these are the same people that fly planes every time, that ride cars. You forgot that during Ottoman Danfodio there was no car, they cannot go and ride camel. They will refuse to ride camel right now. You know? But when they want to destroy the society, they will start telling you about the dream of Ottoman Danfodio. And some other persons in the past with antiquated mentality. So why can't we? We are a very blessed nation, blessed with all imaginable natural resources. We have one of the greatest human resources. Our people are some of the most brainy people across the world. We lack natural disasters like US, like where I am right now in Oklahoma, where there's always frequency of tornadoes. We don't have all those things. We don't have earthquake. We don't have natural disasters. The only natural disaster we have is usually even man-made, the floods that we do record from time to time. Yet, we don't want to live as a great country. The other disaster we have is leadership. And the leadership gives, our diversity should be our strength. Our diversity, that is the strength of the US because of the diversity. So our diversity, so let's practice our religion as a private matter. Yes, you are Muslim, I'm Christian, this one is animist, this one is Jew. Take it as a private matter. Go into your mosque, into your church, pray, go out, relate to human beings as human beings. Let humanity be confessed. They are our priority. So that is the problem of Nigeria. We are just denying ourselves. For all us who have been the victims of this thing, we've known these things, we've seen it, we've felt it, and we've been bearing the brunt. So for me, as a Frank Uto, nobody can tell me this case more than what I've known about it. So when we see all these Nigerian guys come up on the news, and this is because you are a government spokesperson, or you are a spokesperson of the Senate, or you are one of these senators from the north, and you're talking, we just look at you and laugh. Because we can look at you from head to toe and see where you're coming from. You do not represent us. You are not speaking exactly what is happening. So finally, Senator Ndume, all these other guys that say, US have a misleading information. No, US does not have any misleading information. US have the exact information that we, the victims, like the first line in the Constitution, we the people. So we, the victims, have given them. We, the victims. So it is not US just feeling that, oh my God, there's killing of Christians in Nigeria, so let's act. No, it wasn't that. It is we, the Christians, who have been killed countless times, who have been killed, and those people are not ready to stop. And many of them have occupied our ancestral land. Right now, as we speak, they've occupied most of our ancestral lands, and our people are in the IDP. In the IDP. And when Trump described Nigeria as a disgraced country, and we are countering that, in which country will you find that kind of change? Inside our country, we are IDPs. All right. Fulani terrorists have taken over our homes and our lands. All right. My own younger sister, my name is Frank Uto, my own younger sister, Mercy Uto, she gave birth in IDP camp last month in Makodi. I've never ever in my entire life imagined that this kind of thing will happen to me, to my family. That my own sister gave birth without assistance from a nurse in the IDP camp in Makodi, my own younger sister, the same father with me, the second to the last born of my dad, Mercy Uto. In the IDP camp in Makodi. Then you sit and watch somebody telling a different narrative on television and saying Trump is having misleading information.
Okay, so I would like, say they could make we hear from two sides for the conversation. The Chief of Defense Staff, new Chief of Defense Staff spoke on this. Let's quickly take a listen to what he had to say. Please. Yeah.
There are no Christians being persecuted in Nigeria. Well, we are facing insecurity.
Can you hear?
Terrorism. And something
Can you hear? Okay.
There are no Christians being persecuted in Nigeria. Well, we are facing insecurity, especially terrorism. And it's something that's been affecting Nigeria for quite some time. But as a group, talking about security heads, we've been doing our very best to checkmate this act of terrorism within the space of Nigeria. And you will recall recently, just last week, the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, recalibrated the security architecture by bringing on board officers of proven integrity who are seasoned in asymmetric warfare to add impetus to our operations. I want to assure Nigerians going forward that we don't add more to what we're doing, add more impetus to our operations, and ensure that we checkmate this act of terrorism within Nigeria. And you know very well that terrorism is a global issue, it's a global problem. There are several countries that are challenged in that respect. And it calls for collective effort. So if we have countries out there who are ready to support Nigeria, to help us checkmate the act of terrorism within the space of Nigeria. So we welcome everybody to support it. That's my message. Thank you.
What's the Chief of Defense Staff they talk today in line with what's in Kwankwaso being talk when they talk, so instead of trying to threaten Nigeria, and all that, why not help us liaise with us in the fight against insecurity, even though saying deny that there is no killing of Christians in Nigeria, rather we get an issue of insecurity and terrorism where we battle. Why you think say today easy? Why you think say the US really talk towards Barrister Utok? Are you there? Can you hear me, sir?
Okay, so I can hear you.
Yeah.
I didn't actually listen to what the Army Chief said, but
so he said,
I listened to your paraphrasing.
Okay, so he basically said that that there is no case of Christian genocide in Nigeria. Rather, we're facing an issue of insecurity, and that Namwitin will be faced. And then he also suggested what is in line with what Kwankwaso said, that they welcome the help of any international community, basically to help fight the menace that we're facing in Nigeria. So why do you think it's the US is not going towards that direction of joining forces with our military to fight this?
Okay, I think Trump even said it. He said the major thing is that Nigeria have never ever exhibited the will to stem the tide of this genocide and terrorism. Never exhibited. During Buhari, if you remember, Nigeria have been calling for Tucano jet. The US gave Nigeria the Tucano jet.
Yes.
Have you ever heard anything about Tucano jet? What did they use it to do? Rather from Buhari's time, then there came proliferation of terrorist organization. It was after the Tucano jet came that terrorist organization in Nigeria became proliferated. There became so many. You begin to hear names every day emerge. Oh, there is another one that just emerged now called Lakurawa. After Lakurawa, you will just hear that, oh, there's another one that just came out. They call themselves Ansaru. And they killed soldiers. They shot down planes. You've heard of Mahmuda. Then you've heard the other one, JNIIM, Janal to Nasral to Islam Awa Muslimi. JNIM. So you could see a vivid evidence of the lack of will. So you want America to keep talking to you forever. Because that you are on the same issue right from before Trump's first tenure, right from Obama's time. Is it not the same issue that this APC guy went to meet Obama to accuse Jonathan? Is it not the same security issue? That's the same security issue. They went to meet Obama to accuse Jonathan and call for, to the extent that America had to put her hands in our election. And all of us voted Buhari thinking that that was one of my biggest mistakes in life. I donated 20,000 naira to the Buhari organization, their first bank account. We worked for this, not minding his religion, because we don't care about religion. We're looking for answers. So I was thinking of, Buhari antecedents as a former military president. You fight this. We never knew that. That's part of the guys that will come and promote these things. And during his time, they will kill my people every time. Then he'll be telling us that we should learn to accommodate our neighbors. Are they our neighbors? Did we ever rejected them? We said, okay, look, when you come and you want to graze, then you have to adopt the modern system of animal husbandry. You have to ranch. So which kind of people is it that are refusing to become modernized? Which kind of people? They're saying, adopt the modern approach. Say, no. We have to go to the system of cattle grazing of Mandafodio. We must resort back to 200, 300 years ago. And then they use that as an excuse. So I don't know. Sometimes I don't understand the problem with Nigeria. We keep repeating the same things over and over and over again and expecting a different result. You say, the Sokoko also say they have to engage us and assist us. Did they not assist us? About 8 years ago, is it not Tucano Jet that we are saying we need to solve this matter? Did they not give us the Tucano Jet?
In fact, there was an interview I listened to yesterday.
But after the Tucano Jet, what happened? After the Tucano Jet, what happened? Was there no proliferation? They became more. Ansaru came after Tucano Jet. Lakurawa came after Tucano Jet. Yerwata never recorded 200 deaths before Tucano Jet. We never recorded 200 deaths in one night before Tucano Jet. We were recording deaths of 8, 20, 6, 3. But when Tucano Jet came, assistance of US came with so much foreign aid and loan to tackle this matter. Then Yerwata happened. So who are you deceiving? So the US are aware of all these things. They know that they've rendered assistance, they've given necessary assistance, and rather, many people are using the instrumentality of this assistance to perpetrate more of this genocide, more of this crime. And let me tell you, they know it. They know most of those are officials and the people involved in this. Most of the traditional rulers in the north, all those emirs, are the people involved in it. Many of those guys in our military are involved in it, directly and indirectly. So they should stop deceiving themselves. But anyway, some of these comments run by these government officials is just for the sake of you and me, the audience, listening to them, But behind the scene, they go back to know the truth, even when relating with America. They go back to say the truth, to say, look, yeah, we admit this and this and this and this. But when they come out in the open, they begin to deny and begin to, feel that they are exhibiting, they have a sovereignty to protect. So they are protecting their sovereignty. Nobody is saying we should be proud of our sovereignty. But the same you talking of sovereignty, you admitted to us that these Fulani jihadis, Boko Haram, and some of these Lakurawa guys were coming from outside. So these guys have already breached our sovereignty long ago. You government officials, you admit yourselves that these guys have been coming from outside. So those guys have breached our sovereignty. Besides that, was Nigeria, should we say Nigeria breached the sovereignty of Liberia and Sierra Leone when they went to intervene, when these countries had problems? So is it not our own matter now when we want solution, you're talking of sovereignty? But the same Nigeria went to other countries to go and intervene, to restore peace and order. So for we, the victim, we welcome anything that will bring peace to our land, that will make our people return back to their ancestral homes.
All right, Barrister.
And live in peace.
Okay. I would like make also pay attention to what happened today for the floor. Before we go back to that, helping Nigeria fight insecurity, because there was an interview yesterday on China's television where the particular guest was narrating why it may be impossible for the US to partner with the Nigerian military in fighting terrorism, because the Nigerian military once had been seen by them as selling out to terrorists, once when they partner with them during the Chibok girls kidnap. But before then, we could just quickly take a listen to what happened for the floor of the House today over the same issue.
Okay, special.
Go ahead.
Okay. So if you have 2 minutes to go, then I know. I'm sorry. If you have 2 minutes to go, so let's quickly wrap up on this. Now, following the denials, or as it were, or the lack of admittance from the government, say this won't get anything to do with religious killing. How far on I intend to go? If, especially now with China don't come into the matter, they tell USA they're gonna mind on a business. If the US eventually steps back, how do you guys intend to at least ensure, press on the government to ensure that this stops?
Okay, so the US can only step back when she got full assurances and when she has seen the action from Nigeria. I'm telling you categorically now, they cannot send their legs back until they've seen that action and that commitment. That is number one. And so when the action and that commitment is taken, even we will be assured. But anytime it fails, we will keep reminding these guys.
So you don't feel say the fact say China and other people they tell them that them back out, no be enough for them to back out.
Why would they back out? Because China says so.
I'm just asking.
It's not possible now. China have been saying back out in other places. Do they back out? You know, China themselves are involved in other places. So China is because of their own interest. It's not the interest of Nigeria. China do not have the interest of Nigeria. So it's because of their own interest. Yes, you know that the mining going on in many of these terrorist areas of the northwest. It's dominantly made by the Chinese companies. In Kwande local government. Yes, in Kwande local government. In Kwande local government, that local government is deserted. Half of it is deserted. So the place that was deserted, that Fulani have been killing and other terrorists have been killing people, is taken over by Chinese companies. They are mining there peacefully. But Tea people are not there. Ancestral lands of the Tea people. They kill people and they deserted, and those people are in the ITC camp in Kwande local government in Benue State.
And you feel so the US feel they privy to all of this information. And you feel so the US feel they privy to. Oh wow.
They have everything. My sister, I told you that US, forget the fact that they are here, but I told that US have embassy in Nigeria. They have embassy in Nigeria, you know it. They have consulate, embassy in Nigeria, you know it. And then they have the kind of intel that even Nigerian security forces do not have. You know these things. So they know the mining by Chinese companies in Benue is a public news. It's something not hidden. It's public. The mining by Chinese companies in Safara is public. Is this the first time you're hearing this?
I can't tell you.
The one in Benue, I know, that's my state. The one in Benue, that's my state. I know it. Chinese company in this. These Fulani terrorists will come and kill people around the villages. You see a Chinese guy will not be touched. How many times have you heard that they shot and killed a Chinese guy? Meanwhile, are in these places where mining are going on, where people have been killed in their thousands. But how many times have you heard that they've killed all those guys? So why are we lying to ourselves? Our problem is known. Our problem is clear. The solutions are also very clear, but it's just the lack of will to execute the solution. That is just the matter.
All right.
President Tinubu should go after the sponsors of this. Let's see many of them. Many of these guys, handcuffs going to prison.
So speaking about that, the president has opened conversation with the United States right now. How far you see that conversation going, and what's you on the look forward to moving forward?
Yeah, I pray it works out well because, of course, we do not have any choice and we cannot threaten the United States now. We cannot dare them now, right? We cannot dare them because I've been seeing some other people like the Shekumi that you're talking, even the other day I was seeing video of Asari Dokubu saying, let them come. You know, so at that point, you know that these people have told the whole thing to drama. You understand? The few jets that we have, that many of them have been American-made jets that you are saying, let them come. You know? And you're forgetting that modern warfare, they do not even need to put boots on the ground. America destroyed an Iranian nuclear site. Did they put any man on the ground?
No.
They just scrambled B-2 Steel Spirit bombers from Missouri. And then the strollers were scrambled from Oklahoma here, just the next Air Force base to me here. The ones that were feeding the B-2 Steel Spirit with fuel, mid-air.
So, yeah.
They went there, dropped those things, destabilized all those things, and came back. So modern warfare has changed.
So, Barrister,
You think America will just come
Uto,
and then you see them and be fighting?
in all of this, but I know they worried, say, this, if there's an invasion by the US, it could throw Nigeria into crisis. Because that's not what Nigerians are worried about. They're afraid of becoming the next Sudan, the next Afghanistan.
My sister, is Nigeria not in crisis? Is Nigeria not in crisis? Why are our people in the IDP camp? Did we not just buried over 278 people? In short, out of these 278 people, over 100 of them will bury only their ashes. Just 3 months ago. So what crisis are we talking about? Do you know that the crisis in Nigeria is more than what is happening in Gaza?
I'm telling you.
Because in Gaza, the humanitarian crisis, the people in the IDPs are just 1.4. In Benue alone, the IDP in Benue is about 1.6. Let's not talk of Plateau. But of course, because the people killing us are not Jews. So like they will say in America, no Jews, no news. No Jews, no news. The people killing us because they are not Jews. So it is not making the news. If it were the Jews that carried out the attack in Iraq, I'm telling you that you see Senator Lindume will be the first to stand up and call for the condemnation of these things and call for the destruction of the Jews, blah, blah, blah. You see the protests in the north from Sokoto to Zaria protest. The same Fulanis will be the people protesting for the Jewish invasion of Benue and killing Nigerians. You know, but because it's a Fulani, so it doesn't go anywhere. So what crisis, when Nigeria say, oh, there is going to be crisis, what crisis is it that we do not have right now? Right now, what is the crisis that we do not have right now as we speak? When half of my council ward is deserted and is in the hands of Fulani terrorists, half of my council ward, my own maternal village, my mother's village, the Fulanis have sent away everybody. They killed many and have taken over the homes of my grandfather, my late grandfather. Right now, as we speak, it is the Fulani who are sleeping there, and they brought kids, little kids who are crawling in the compound, and they broke the attic. Every thief man, in most of thief houses, they have what they call attic. That's the rest area. Mm-hmm. It's erected by this pillar of the pillar of wood, and then a thatched roof. You understand? A thatched roof, you know.
Yeah, like somewhere you guys rest in the afternoon, in shades to rest in the afternoon.
Very good. So very good. So they will destroy the attic and then use some blocks to demarcate a mosque. Use some blocks and put the, mosque has one design like this, a design, and put the design of a mosque, and then they will be carrying out their prayer there. And then you are saying there is no genocide. You are saying there is no crisis. You are saying it is only when America comes that there are crisis. How preposterous. We've been immersed in crisis long time ago. Long time ago. So for me, it doesn't make any, for me, the involvement of America will bring the solution to the crisis that will be mentioned.
Thank you.
All this while.
Thank you.
So the only people who are afraid of this matter are the people who they know that when the Americans come, they who have been sponsoring these things, they who have been benefiting, will be involved in crisis. So the crisis they are talking is their own crisis.
So, but why would it be difficult for so why can't the US as well help us release those names? Because there's no way they wouldn't have liaised with the UAE to also have such names. Why did not you help us release the names? Let's start from there.
But it's just the same thing now. It's just the same thing with UAE. The UAE sent the names to Nigeria. You are aware it's a public news.
Yes.
So some of these things are things that are done discreetly. Do you understand? They are done discreetly. They are done confidentially. They are not the issue of do this and that and that. And
so why not go after the guys? Are they planning to go after them? Okay, at least the sponsors.
Yes, exactly. They'll tell you, see the sponsors, see these guys. What have you done to this guy? So for some of us who have an idea of the names, those are the people we do see every now and then coming on TV to talk back.
Are you serious?
He's just trying to protect himself. I'm telling you. But those of us who have the idea, isn't it? Those are look, I'm in America here. I've related with a lot of people in State Department. We know these things. They'll be able to tell us a lot of things. So some of these your most revered leaders, both in the traditional institutions and the political class, are these people now. Look, if these people say this matter will finish today, I'm not talking of a week, it will finish today. Today. Is it not Abacha? There's a quote attributed to Abacha that says when the government when an insurgency lasts more than 24 hours, it means the government has a hand in it. So who are you, Nigeria, a great country? Who do you think you are to come and stay within Nigeria and be killing people if something will not happen if the government doesn't have a hand in it?
Thank you. Thank you.
Because a country is like a house. A country is like a house. You, the father of the house, you are sitting in your living room. You've seen that a rat comes out of here and goes here. You know how to tackle it. So government is like the father of a house. She has the security agencies all over. So government is like that, an eagle eye up in the sky, looking at everything that's happening in the country. But we are so shameless to say these guys are staying in the forest within Nigeria, and then we cannot catch them.
Okay, so
I
have some people. I have some people on the line, but before I bring them in, sorry, just give me a minute. You know, the people we don't push the narrative, but people would believe say not be say Trump really took care about on our appeal now waiting make up and. In just define what thing go use, go jump on to use increase in rating. And this issue about Christian killing can happen to be one of the things and we be saying notice say evangelical base and all that they're very interested in them. And now what's in they jump on right now. So you not think say Trump they do the one they do because of a selfish interest, not just because it's really just guys or about us generally.
We've spoken about this thing before. Did Trump not impose this CPC in his first tenure?
He did.
Did he not? So why are they making it look as if this is the first time that Trump is doing this thing?
All right, let me see if I can take quick calls, just one minute before, so that I'm sure that some of them may have direct questions to you. Let me just take one minute before Hello, good evening and welcome. Oh dear. Okay. Hello, good evening. Are you there? Hello? Yes, welcome, please.
United Kingdom.
All right, go ahead, please. Kindly make it very brief because he doesn't have much time.
Thank you very much. I want you. You look very nice today.
Thank you, sir.
Let me say something. Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
And what I'm saying is this: when is Trump coming? Because we need it as soon as possible to invade our country.
No, sir.
And get away with all this mess.
All right.
We are happy.
Your question is
all
noted.
This life, all this absence of reality, which is sad enough, which aggravation of pretense, which is a deadly phenomenon that I've been dealing with Nigerians.
Thank you.
We want Trump. We are support.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello, good evening and welcome. Please help me turn up the volume of your listening device.
I've done that.
Yes, go ahead, please. Laura.
Good evening.
Good evening. Please kindly help us make it quick. Yes, he doesn't have much time.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you to your guest in the studio. I heard him speak in one of the foreign channels. I was very pleased with his speak. To those people who have given every excuse why Trump should not come, all the excuses are invalid. Trump has said it will be quick, it will be swift.
Guys, I want to plug this thing so it doesn't run out. So just bear with me. I'm going to go off screen, but you can still hear.
Into Pakistan to take out Osama bin Laden. Look at when they went in to take out ISIS. Targeted drone strikes. Put the proper drone on the proper delivery mechanism. Their advanced technology hit. If there are 54 people on the hit list, they can be driving anywhere in the country. Trump is already, the American intelligence system is already listening to their calls. They know who is who, where, how. Targeted strike, clean, sharp, swift, out. In 2-3 days, they can pick all the targets. And when I say the target, I mean the key sponsors. When you kill a dragon, you cut off the head first. Once you've killed the main sponsors, once you've taken out the main sponsors, you've taken out the people. All the people you see who are smoking out, coming now, talking, even when the US hasn't said anything. A lot of Islamic voices or fundamentalist Islamic voices, we must separate it, in the north are coming out and speaking. You can tell the right people now. It can be done, sweet, sharp. Precious, in 1 minute, let me say something. See, there's a question you asked the gentleman in studio. I want to answer it on his behalf. You said, all this, what if US is going to put boots on ground? People are worried. I've been wanting to call different stations this morning to say, Nigerians, we are a selfish and a wicked people. If God forbid, when the US comes, our country becomes a terrible place. We all are living in IDP camps. Our brothers and sisters in Benue, in Plateau, have been living in IDP camps for 5 years, 6 years. Maybe we all need to live in IDP camps like them, so that we feel what they've been feeling, because we are deadened to human feeling. There is no country on earth where citizens are living in IDP camps for 5 years and the rest of the society are getting on with dirty December. Let the US come. I don't care the consequence. We all need to live in IDP camps for us to feel. We have become completely deadened to the feelings of the sufferings of other people. The second and the Pharisee not say it's been going on for 14 years. There is nothing new. We are wicked. We are heartless. Let all of us live in IDP camps. We need to. Let America come. I don't care the consequence.
Thank you, Laura. That's your opinion. Thank you. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello. All right, I lost you. Let's see if I can jump into someone else. Okwebulo, welcome. Would you like to make it very quick? Very quick, please. Emphasis on very quick. Go ahead, please.
About the topic of discussion.
Yes, please.
My own route of approaching it is going to be very boring, so I don't know if it's going to be quick because I see a solution.
Don't make it boring. He doesn't have much time. Not a joke.
I see a solution rather than a problem because everybody has spoken a lot about the problem. Okay. One thing I've seen here is that what I've been curious about our elite, why they behave the way they behave, regardless of where any of these elites belong to, either Christian genocide or genocide. All of them seems to be agreed on one thing, that the killing has been going on for the past 10 to 15 years. So none of them disagree that, maybe they happen once in a while, no, but the consistency of the genocide has not been disputed. So would now led me to the conclusion that almost all of these people are compromised by the Western capitalists and Western institutions. This is not to make an excuse for them, it's to say, in order for us to actually solve our problem, we should look at this group of leaders in order for us to actually get all of it, because we don't know who is actually directly complicit with these people or indirectly, because there is a financial ties between our elite and their family directly and indirectly, which speaks to what your guest admitted, that just for the fact that they use visa and credit card alone, you are already gone. And this is consistencies with our leader from independence to today. So in order for us to actually we need to start going back to those people that all of them are forgotten. The village people, those that don't know how to speak English like me, the majority people, and start organizing them to help us flush out this set of leaders. It's going to be bloody because they will see institutional threats to their businesses, to their lifestyle, and they will be backed heavily by the outsider.
So we have
to organize that. We have to recognize that is what we are up against. If we actually want to go after these people, recruit those people that we have forgotten, and let's go to war with these people.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Good evening and welcome, sir.
Good evening. Hey, Precious, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, this Ken, Washington, D.C.
Mr. Ken, you're welcome.
Yeah, two things I want to tell you. I work in the Pentagon. I used to work under Joint Chief of Staff. And the chairman of Joint Chief of Staff is the military advisor to the President of America. So I don't work there anymore. I work with the Navy within the Pentagon. But the information, I have some folks that work in the White House. The information they're telling me, the source is telling me that meeting that Trump rejected, meeting Tinubu. So all these questions, they're telling you this and this is that. And then for that G20, Nigeria is not invited. Nigeria is working to see whether they will be invited so that they have the opportunity to talk to Trump. But it's going to be hard because if Trump rejected to see Tinubu in the White House, I don't know how he will agree to see Tinubu.
But sources has it today that there is already an open conversation between the US and Nigeria.
They will be telling you that. I'm telling you, many world leaders are avoiding Tinubu because he has a lot of baggage.
Oh, what? How do you say that about our president?
Listen. The people in the White House, the folks I know, I work in Pentagon. Most of them work in the White House. So they're not gonna lie to me. But that is by the way. Let me shock you so that to understand the complexity of this insecurity. In 2014, I was still in Joint Chief of Staff there. I have a neighbor here, 3 blocks from my house. He was a colonel there. Now he was a brigadier general. So I was going to lunch in Pentagon. They have a big, this cafeteria. I was going there. I saw the guy. He told me they're going to Nigeria to rescue those Chibok girls. That was 2014.
Yes.
So, and he said they'll be going, it's no more top secret now. It's not classified information, so I can hear that. So he told me that they're going down to Nigeria to rescue those girls.
Can you summarize it? Because people are waiting on the line. Please, I really love this joke, but please summarize it.
This is what happened. The guy was part of them. They came to defense headquarters in Abuja. And they showed them, the Americans showed them where those girls and the army were there, Nigerian army, where they are located, where they are, they showed them. And the people there is the Lieutenant General, the top army people in Nigeria. They were there. There are about 10 of them, according to the guy. So they showed them this. The operation was supposed to take the following day by 2 a.m. And then, because 2 a.m. they're going to give a sign because the special forces are already there. And they have the plane that's going to vacuum those girls. And they're going to carry the rest of them. So what happened? The plan is to tear gas all of them and pick up the gas and kill all of them. That was the plan. So 10 minutes to the event, they show the, the video, the photo to show them. And all the Boko Haram guys, all of them got a face mask. All of them. Now tell me, who told them that they're going to be tear gas? These are about 2 Lieutenant General and Major General selected within Nigerian Army. So, and then what happened? They called down the operation and they came back. And I saw the guy in the phone telling me, man, he's a man. The guy told me all this.
I mean, this information is in the open already. I think somebody also narrated this. Somebody narrated this on Channels Television yesterday. Yeah. And I hear that is the reason. The man said that that's the reason why the US would not want to have a coordinated, approach with Nigerian army.
They don't trust Nigeria. The guy said it was a mess. They would have been taking care of this. But what I'm telling you is, this Boko Haram security is a cash cow. There's a lot of money involved. And they got people in the politics, politicians, military, civil servants, everything is cashing out. So the only way America gonna do this is doing it by themselves. Don't rely on all these people. And it's very, very unfortunate that Chief of Defense Staff is still talking all this nonsense that there is no. You have to own up and talk to America.
Thank you.
Because there's no they get information. They know that. So when you start denying and talking like 1% them, it really pisses them off.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Oh, no. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello.
Sir?
Hello, Precious. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, first of all, I have to say the guy that was on your studio today, the barrister from US, I sympathize with him and also sympathize with myself also because I'm coming from that part of the world that never had a value for human life. Human life values nothing. Nothing there. You see, this is the real. You see how he sounds. You see how it is straight. He's telling you, calling names, giving you exactly what is going on there. But all these people that are coming out, like Boala was trying to target to IPOB,
was there making noise to make. So I think some of us are thinking that is the resources. Like the guy said, after World War II, Russia they don't want to see anything like Germany anymore. But America, they are saying that America wants to invade them. Yeah, seriously, I know they will not do this for free. They will not do it for free. And they are doing it because also it's a threat. It's a security threat to America. Nigeria is a big country. If we don't know, like people living in Nigeria don't know, Nigeria is a big country. Just that our leaders are misbehaving. So when you go back to World War II history, America helped to build Germany today. That's why you see Germany progressing today. America helped them. America never agreed to invade them, to make them slaves. Taiwan, the same thing. A lot of places America helped to build today. Just that the propaganda and lies in Nigeria, we don't have sincere leaders. They are talking about resources. Look at, they are talking about one pastor opened his mouth and said he was just Christian. He was a Christian for 40 years. We that were born as a Christian and 49 years old. So he was just a Christian like last 40 years. So how will he feel for Christians? Let's forget about this Christian issue and all these things. These are human beings. And they are talking about the Muslims are being killed. Yeah, I believe that. But have you ever seen all those burials? Have you ever seen Muslim burial rites there? You see people burying with casket. Is it not Christians that bury with casket? You see, so the people are just trying to change the narrative.
Thank you.
If Trump is saying that he's coming in to do all these things, and the people are not thinking that Trump will come tomorrow and begin to bomb Nigeria. No. See, like the young man said, people that are making mad now coming out to the television because they know already 100% their name are on the list that they are going to pick them. There's something scary Gumi said yesterday from the news. He said America cannot do it. It's something that Nigeria cannot achieve. America cannot be able to achieve it. That if America begin to do this, there are going to be more killings. So this is my own opinion now. If you go for critical thinking, Chad and Niger, they have closed their borders because of inflow of all these ragtag terrorists because they are not looking for them. They are looking for the sponsors, the one that feared the Okada, 500,000 Okada, 1,000 Okadas, the one that buy AK-47 for them, the one that bought those bullets, the one that bring all those helicopters that's dropping out ammunition. That's what they are looking for. That's the chain. Understand? But now Gumi is telling us, because he's very, very scared. And he knows if they have intel, he knows his name is there. He's not telling us that if they start this operation, there are going to be more killings. That means all the parts of Nigeria where they are already there, then he will not command them to begin to kill people, create chaos. So now I'm telling everybody, every city, every indigenous people of Nigeria, that contraction called Nigeria, they should equip their people. They should not listen to their current politicians. They are all into this game. They are also peddling this thing, and people are dying every day. These are not goats. These are not chickens.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
200 people died one night.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sir?
Trump to come inside. We're talking about resources. I don't know how crude oil is. I'm 49 years old. I don't know what crude oil looks like. I don't know what diamonds looks like. I don't know what gold looks like in Nigeria. I've never enjoyed anything. I've not enjoyed anything. Food is nothing free in Nigeria. I've ever enjoyed in my 49 years old. So are we not living in Gaza? Are we not living in Sudan? Are we not like them? So coming to take the resources and keep life is better for me. It's precious. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, sir. All right, Barrister Oto, I think I have to dismiss you so that I'll take more calls. Let me not, because these calls are not ending.
Thank you very much.
So let me have your parting shot to the conversation, please.
I just pray our government will have a will now because what has been like does a will, They know the problem, they know some discussions to this problem, but one thing that has been right every time, every step of the way is a will. So I just pray the government will have a will. Let my people go back to their homes and let this killing stop. We love our country. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Right. All right. Let's continue with the calls. There are lots of calls already coming in. Let's see how much of it we can take. And I think I played that video yesterday. There are already people waiting for us. But let me see if I can quickly play back that video that narrates this incident. And then I played a video of what happened before the floor of the House earlier today.
And let's be clear. President Trump had actually called out Nigeria face to face with Buhari in 2018 when they met. The difference is Trump asked him nicely, stop the killing of Christians in Nigeria. It was direct engagement. And afterwards, they went back into the White House and they signed a trade agreement. So Trump was able to engage with him to resolve this issue and still do business with him. What has happened? After Trump left, the Democrats came in and they completely stopped an evaluation of Nigeria. And so, of course, when Trump came back, the situation had worsened since the last time that, he complained about it 7 years ago. And unfortunately, instead of addressing the issue, the Nigerian government started denying the facts. You see, when you are accused of stealing the goat's meat, your response should not be, who would have stolen that kind of salty meat anyway? Because by your response, you admitted guilt. The Nigerian government, instead of saying, look, we are addressing the issue, this is what we have done, they say, hey, it's not only Christians who are being killed, others are being killed. It's an admission of state failure. And this is why we are where we are now on this issue. But let me point out something very important. Trump has announced the designation, but then the next phase is sanctions. And I want to be clear that the first time sanctions were waived, and this time around it's not too late to waive sanctions. Now, let me just reassure listeners about the threat of military action. Laolu, you were the one as bureau chief of Guardian here in the US who reported exclusively that the US military set up a base in Niger that was covering terrorism in Nigeria. You were the only one in the world to report it. Guess what? Those two bases that America had in Niger are now lost. They were closed after the coup. So America has lost its footprint in West Africa to conduct special operations. So what that has resulted in is that Boko Haram has actually increased its operational footprint and pathology. So the situation is worse. And I have to tell you this. I do not believe that President Trump is going to unleash any attacks on Nigeria for two reasons. One, historically, the US military has been reluctant to fight side by side with the Nigerian government because they don't trust the Nigerian military. And one specific example is when they got intelligence on the location of the Chibok girls in the forest, they were cooperating with the Nigerian army under direction of President Obama. So the US government told the Nigerian army that they would gas the camp where Boko Haram was with the girls and then knock everybody out so that they could rescue the girls safely without exchange of gunfire. After they mapped out this plan, the next thing that happened, when the troops got to the camp of Boko Haram, they saw Boko Haram wearing gas masks. So the US realized that the Nigerian military had leaked the operational details to Boko Haram. This is why the US does not want to work directly with Nigeria with boots on the ground because they do not trust the Nigerian army.
All right, so this revelation during Lalu Akonde's show yesterday, this man make the revelation, and exactly what one of our callers reiterated for that conversation. The man was saying he don't work with Pentagon before, so the difference. Now exactly, the same narrative. Now basically, so I make a go play on some videos. Make a go take some calls. When I come back, I go play some of those videos. Good evening and welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Precious. Yeah, I'm calling from Washington, D.C.
What's your name, sir?
Yeah, my name is Henry.
Henry, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, let me just go straight to the point. One, first and foremost, we know a politician who brought those terrorists during Jonathan government, that politician should be held responsible. We know the name. Everybody knows that name. So that one, they should hold him because during that time they were paying those, because they say if Jonathan win again, Nigeria is gonna be like they will level everywhere. So for the fact they're the one that brought out those politicians, brought those people in. At the end of it, Jonathan was very, very intelligent enough to tell them, I will not let any soul die because of this election. He conceded to Buhari. Everything calmed down. Then they asked the guys to go. They said they are not going back. And they were paying them. Now money no there. And you have given them gun. So what do you expect now? They'll be using the gun to operate now. Because most of them, they are not even indigenous of Nigeria. So those ones, they should hold them. We know their name, but I'm not calling any name. So those ones should be held responsible because from that 2004 to 2005 election, that was the beginning. That was the genesis of. The problem was there, but it wasn't as escalated. But after that election, that is when they opened doors for them.
Thank you. Thank you. You're slacking your conversation. If you can just equate.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say, let them just hold those politicians responsible.
All right.
And I pray let the U.S. government tag all of them, all those criminal politicians. They should lock their account. Those who sponsor and those who have been committing, atrocity on Nigerian citizens. They should hold them accountable. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Good evening and welcome. Good evening.
Good evening, Precious.
Sir, see you too. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much, beautiful lady.
Sir?
I want to come down and speak to one country, particularly this evening. Believe me. This is to call you from Africa.
Yeah, but you make it quick. You make it quick because there are people on the line.
I want to tell Chinese government to shut their disease mouth, to shut it up. Chinese government, I know they are listening. Shut your disease mouth and pack your people to go and deal with them the way you want to deal with them. Leave America to come and sort. You can't challenge America, you know that. Allow America. Chinese government have been watching this genocide against Christians for how long? God knows when. Did they stop? No. Now that America has gathered the intelligence they want enough before Donald Trump, so America can just speak. They cannot just come out and speak. Before they speak, they have the intelligence with them right there in front of them. Okay? And Nigeria need to be surveyed. Nigeria need a hand. Because if you keep quiet, these terrorists will come, they are coming. That is why Nnamdi Kanu said are coming. He stopped Muhammadu Buhari in the midst to call him all manner of names. Today, nobody can go on the road with his two eyes closed. The young man took his time educating Nigeria. What did he got? What he's got insults. But today, everybody is beginning to quote him. Shame on them. I'm calling on everybody to support American government. Donald Trump, I support him to invade. If you want to invade Nigeria, let him invade Nigeria. Why is the Northerners shouting now? Because their hands are into disposal of terrorists. The Northerners should put their Precious is the truth. The reason why I won't say you, because you just come out to me, they're doing your best. Nigerian media have been complicit in this terrorists, in this sponsoring terrorists. Nigerian media is complicit because they can't speak out. They can't speak out. They are I don't want to say something bad in your platform because be pleased in what is happening today. Speak up when you see evil. You can't speak up, and they are running up and down like a chicken that they remove their head. And you watch these people coming down to my village, killing everybody. Nobody saying anything. These Fulani terrorists who brought them. Is it not Muhammadu Buhari who said an attack to Boko Haram is an attack against the North? Is it not Muhammadu Buhari who said that if what happened in 2011 happened again, Monty Sababu will soak in blood? Is it not Muhammadu Buhari who said that Muslims should go to Muslims? Who is going to support them?
Who's going to protect them? Is it not Muhammad Buhari who said, by the grace of Allah, we must make sure that we eradicate Sharia all over the whole country? I am quoting him. That is his word. A terrorist that will never know peace. Between him and his family, they will never know peace.
See too. Come and be going. Come and be going. It's okay. Thank you, sir. You don't talk your mind. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now your opinion will be that. Good evening to you, White Danjuma. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, Precious. Thank you. My sympathies and condolences to Frank Uto. You can hear that kind of a thing. You are not moved. It's sad. Terrorism, the kind of terrorism that we have in Nigeria is a cash cow for a lot of people, politicians, some Nigerian civilians, and some people even in the army. So with this kind of a trade, they're very, very trade because that's an end to their business. 1, 2, they're going to be called to judgment. So, and they are some of the people who are urging the president not to listen. They're asking that he grandstand. They're asking that maybe he seek the help of other foreign countries to come and challenge America. But I am glad from what we are hearing that the president is not listening to them and is frantically trying to have an appointment. But some reports say that there's now a clear line between Aso Rock and the capital, Washington, and they are talking. And I think that's the way to go because Trump is not playing. Trump is not playing. He has given Nigeria time and they are prepared. I have a son in the military and I know the way they are feeling concerning this issue. I don't want my son, even though I don't think America is going to send boots on the ground, but I would not want the US to send bombs. They're not bombing Nigerians. They don't even have to come here like some of our clients have said, callers have said. They know they have the statistics. They have satellites all over the place. So they know what's happening. They know where they're located. They will deal with the situation themselves. But I think it's more appropriate for the Nigerian government to show in whatever discussions that is going to be held that they are now determined to deal with these things, this issue, get the sponsors, deal with them, get the people in the army, do a surgical operation, and let Nigeria move on. But I'm sure that if they fail to do this, given the time frame that the US will give to Nigeria, then whatever Nigeria sees, Nigeria should take. I think Daniel has come to judgment. I think that Trump is in the right path. I don't have any problem with his views, to ensure that he helps Nigeria to move ahead because we have been battling this thing, for a long time. So let me just stop there. I don't think there's anything wrong that he's doing. I don't think that it's because of our economic wealth. This is the same Trump that approved weapons for us to fight terrorism. So I think the problem is ours. And I trust, I like this project, and I like the outcome that you're seeing. And Nigerian government should listen and do the needful. Otherwise, I think it's going to spell. They should not take this thing lightly. If they don't act very swiftly and be open, to take advice, that will help this country, then the government is in real trouble. Let me stop there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Good night, sir. Hello, Theo.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening. Precious. You are so beautiful this evening. That's your name is now coming out. I don't know what happened yesterday, and the people from Rivers cut my line. So going to the whole thing this evening. Precious, there is a question that I wanted to ask the man yesterday, and I keep on asking myself this question. All these people that I just come across one of the photos that these people took the time they were with Obama and the rest of them. And as we are talking, I think there is another killing that said yesterday night.
Yes, it happened again. I was just talking about it in Benue State. I was talking about it with the guest. It happened in a family community.
So
And many people died, though. Many people have died. And the same armed herdsmen in Benue State still. And of course, that's a Christian community again. So,
So, and I can't understand why Nigerian governments are coming out to lie. The Christian religious something that is based in America or whatever that is in charge of monitoring religion and everything in the world. They have been coming to Nigeria. They have a history of all this thing. They have a record of what is going on. I was just reading one of their listings today. They just said it. They are not saying that Muslims are not being killed, but the number is high on the Christian side. And but my question is, all these people that they know that is doing what do they have a taproot that they cannot be uprooted? Even a tree with a taproot can be uprooted. Why are they causing problem for every other common Nigerian who wants to live happy, who wants to live in peace? And like I told Priscilla that America is not, when they come there, it will not be like Afghanistan. They are not going to come in there. They can approach their drone from Germany. That's where I think some of their drone base was. Before they used to have in Niger or somewhere there. But they moved. So if they want to get them, they can use drone and then drone with night Google, and then they will dictate wherever they are. I know what happened here in UK here. When one of the prisoners escaped and was hiding in the bush, they used helicopter and with a heartbeat, something that dictates human beats. And they saw him where he was lying inside the forest. And they just sent people and then they went in there and picked him up. So when it comes to technology, they should not, all they saying that aside of and the rest of them are talking, they are just talking, maybe they don't know how, what I call it, technological is the American military are. And when they come, they will try to test their new equipment, weapon or whatever there. And I keep on saying, Trump gave them time. Trump said, do something, correct this. And that is what, let them correct it, let them stop it. Some people cannot, like that, I guess I was talking. How can somebody come in somebody's town? You take over the town, live there, stay in their home, change the name of the place, and they themselves are living in IDP. And somebody is saying that nothing is happening, and that is former headers clash. You take over an entire town, an entire village. Oh, God. Precious.
Thank you. Good night, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, let me speak to comparable facts. Mr. Mope, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, greeting, Precious. How are you doing?
Very well.
Good. I wanted to ask the guest a question, so I'm listening. But so let me go straight to the point. I like to make it quick and snappy like you like. So having said that, let's begin. This is strictly my opinion, okay, from what I know about what's going on here. Trump is not planning to invade Nigeria. So he only tried to apply some, pressure so that Nigeria can be proactive for what we are going on right now. Because if you look at Nigeria antecedent, going back to 10 or 15 years ago, all our National Assembly, all our leaders is doing just reacting to things. They are more of reactive instead of being proactive. They have never been proactive when it comes to this. In my own opinion, genocide, you can call it Christian or Christians or Muslim genocide. It doesn't matter. It's religious genocide going on. So you can permutate it anyway. Which one is, which one is more evil? It is what it is. But I'm glad what Trump is doing now is right. Is this coming to invade Nigeria? No, I don't think so. No, because he has a lot in his plate, in international angle. So, like what China is trying to kind of say that, no, if you look at the geopolitical angle, there was never a time whereby China and the US go to a particular country, let alone a country in Africa, where they fight each other. Let's say they are coming to invade Nigeria. Then China will counter them, say, no, we're going to do. No, China have their own interests. We know about China, they have their own interests. I'm not saying they are worse than America or America is worse than they have. So that is just a blustering, in my own opinion. And some people were making this narrative going on here. They try to make it like, I had some politicians talking about there's killing everywhere. So the unknown gunmen going on in the Saudi. That is just a nonsense fallacy, an illusion they are trying to deceive people instead of trying to tackle. That's where I come to about being proactive again. If you look at the statistics, you may hear all this violence going on. I was able to pull out the statistics just for 2 years. If you look at the number, the dead in the whole Southeast, it's not even about 1/3 or 1/4 of the atrocity going on in the North. Just I can pull out one state. If you look at the number, let's just use 2015. 2024. It's only about 400 people died in the Southeast. Maybe henchmen and other kind of crime or whatever crime going on in the Southeast. 500. That's applicable in the South, maybe about 200 to 300. Southwest, they are relatively peaceful. It's almost about 200 relative to each other. It's not really, they should stop making that excuse that, is going on in the Southeast or something like that. And I'm not saying what is going on over there is not right, but it's not palatable. So it's nonsense in my own opinion. So let me summarize what I'm trying to say. What I'm thinking that Nigeria should do the needful, what I think that may come out of this. Hopefully, there will be a partnership between USA and Nigeria, maybe in the intelligence and the severe sharing of, try the terror group. That's that may be a good thing that may come out of it. Even this, there could be some security support because they don't, in terms of technology, training, and everything. But saying that America is going to come here, and work with our military in order to go kill the Boko Haram, that's not happening. Precious, like you stated the other day, we saw the video, during the Boko Haram stuff. We know about, the guy. I think it was there on your channel or whatever. When they wanted to go in, the intelligence already leaked, the video. Already leaked what was coming to the Boko Haram. So they don't trust our military. So they're not going to work with them. That's a fact, okay? So, but anyway, in a summary, maybe do with brings, maybe some humanitarian aid and, reconstruction to the community that, this has really infected. I'm trying to, give you some solution, but hopefully we can have kind of proactive in a nutshell. They work with Nigerian people to tackle whatever is going on in Nigeria. Definitely needed because the welfare, the priority of a government, is the welfare of the people, and security. All this nonsense they are building, what GDP is growing, Calabar Expressway, their own nonsense. Is somebody that is alive will be able to enjoy, if there's any kind of human capital development, which is pedestrian in my own point of view. So the security of a country is the priority of Nigeria. Tinubu should focus on that. And he should not come to America. Let me be very clear, because if he come to America, Trump is going to disgrace him. Oh no, because he's not articulate. Look at what happened with South Africa president. At least that guy is articulate. Trump will eat him up. He will be a disgrace. So you better not come. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. All right. In case you're just joining us for the first time, remember to click on the subscription button and like this post, subscribe, like, and share this post. Make a quickly go clear on what happened today before the floor of the House. As lawmakers may debate this matter, we get to do with this genocide. Take a listen.
Honorable colleagues,
go ahead.
My name is Olamijuwonlo Ayodeji Alawakala. I represent Nigeria starting from Omoye North, Omoye South, and the River constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from the State State, Oyo State. Mr. Speaker, I seek the leave of the House under Order 8, Rule 5, to suspend relevant rules for me to take this matter of public importance, of urgent importance, on a motion on the need to address misleading international narratives on religious killings in Nigeria and strengthen domestic and diplomatic engagement for national cohesion. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Second.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My highly respected colleagues, I remain Honorable Mukhtar Tolani Shagaya, and I represent Nigerians starting from Ilorin West, Asa Federal Constituency of Kwara State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the first leg of this all-important motion moved by my friend and brother, Honorable Akala. I so second.
Thank you very much. Those in support of the first leg of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support of the second leg of the motion say aye. Point of order. Those in support of the second leg say aye.
Point of order. Order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order. Order, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of the second leg of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The floor is yours.
Order.
The floor is yours.
Order, Mr. Speaker. Order, Mr. Speaker. My Note.
Honorable Akala, move your motion. You are protected.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Don't kill him no more. Sit down.
Honorable Akala, move your motion.
Sit down. My United States. Sit down. Sit down. Mutane suna cikin yunwa ne? Ka koshi? Mutane suna cikin yunwa?
Honorable members. Honorable members, I think there is something bothering you want to discuss. So I will ask that the chief whip move that will enter into executive section.
No motion, no bill.
Chief whip move that will enter into executive section, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Usman Bello Kumo is my name. Member representing Ako Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. I move that we resolve into an executive session. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I most humbly rise to second the motion that we do resolve into an executive session.
Those in support that we go into executive session say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The House is hereby resolved to executive section. Please, you can leave the hall.
All right, so you go fit see clearly what they make the lawmakers and vex when it is as the brother from Osun State or the Southwest State raised that motion. Clearly, you could see the nays had it, but the Deputy Speaker of the House who presided over, through saying that the yeas now have it, and everywhere scatter. This not the kind of things where people they complain about. We they like saying that the Pashawo would they play before the House. We make the see us the way they see us. Like say. We just know serious chat. Well, that many chaos will happen today before the House. So let me quickly run you through some of the things we're telling that will happen today before I end the show. The People's Republic of China don't say they very firmly support the Nigerian government as it leads its people on the development paths suited to its national conditions. That is, our government will lead us for a development path where is suited for our national condition. Now, while addressing journalists today, Tuesday, in Beijing, they even addressed journalists for Beijing, China. A spokesperson to China's foreign ministry, Mao Ning, said, as Nigeria's comprehensive strategic partner, China firmly opposes any country using religion and human rights as an excuse to interfere in other countries' internal affairs and threatening other countries with sanctions and force. So basically, US use the excuse of religion, genocide to want to interfere for inside our country. So China, they won, the US made a no drum. Back to that attack I told you earlier, we hear that several villages are feared dead, while many others remain missing following a suspected herdsman attack on Awule community for Oglewu, Ohimeni local government area of Benin State. It was reported that the attackers targeted farmers while they were walking in their fields, killing several with machetes and other weapons. The assault has forced residents to flee their homes, seeking refuge in neighboring communities. Yet another attack in the midst of the one they talk already. Now, former Governor of Sokoto State, Tahiro Bafarawa, don't caution President Bola Ahmed Tinubu against confrontation with the United States of America, instead making dialogue with the US. But there's some drama we say also happen as 9 soldiers now we hear say waiting linked to Boko Haram terrorists escape yesterday, Monday, from a military guard room for my Malari cantonment inside Borno State. And military sources don't confirm the jailbreak. Jailbreak. Soldiers really linked to Boko Haram. All right. And we also hear that terrorists have abducted 6 farmers in Lion Danautu village for Kuyele ward of Berenin Gwari local government area of Kaduna State. Yet another attack. This one just happened recently. I just to make a motion through some of those things we see happen. And then moving on, suspected. Okay, so we heard the story about. Make I even look what I go even get, because there's a video to this. Make I look what I go fit quickly get them so that I go fit play them to now, because it is something so ABC, good. We could just stop the story. We could also play the video. So, moving on to the conversation, we hear that a leaked audio obtained by Sahara reporters has exposed an alleged plot by political thugs loyal to the All Progressives Congress APC in Lagos State to assassinate Omoye, human rights activist. In the video, one of the thugs could be heard boasting about a standing order to attack and kill Shawari whenever he is spotted in Lagos. If they catch Shawari, they would not. These people are not police. They are thugs. They are planning to kill him anywhere they see him, the voice said. Now, the voice, which is of one Temilehi Ishola Olafimihan, alias is nothing, warned activists and supporters not to accompany Shawari on his next trip to Lagos, insisting that the boys have been mobilized and paid to do the job, and the job will be done. I could look at that if you listen to that conversation shortly.
Ìṣọ́lálé èmi ló mọ̀ pé ẹ̀ tó bá mú ṣòwò lẹ́yìn bò iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá o àwọn ọmọọta lọ́pàá tí tábà ti mú kọ́ lù pa má tẹ̀lé ṣòwò rẹ̀ wá ò tí wá rí ẹ̀mẹ́ máa bójú máa lọ́kọ̀ ṣe fún ẹni o.
Well, and I don't hear that one. That's why you take the. I just want to quickly bring you through all of these conversations and we I mentioned, so that I'm not going to leave anyone untouched. And in a different development, yes, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't seek the approval of Senate for a fresh 1.15 trillion naira domestic loan from domestic debt markets to finance the deficit for the 2025 budget. That is, the money will not complete for the 2025 budget. You don't seek loan domestically. But that is, we don't meet our target by August. So if we meet our target by August, why they won't finance the 2025 budget? We don't understand. And then the remaining revenue APC will come get between September, October, November, December. They enough for us to, well, this time waiting people need to talk, but I'll probably read that today before the floor of the House. Yeah. All right. I don't talk about the appointment to ABC Tinubu nominates and then and the saga really happened for a PDP. All right. Let's see if I have someone on the line that quickly talk to you. Hello, good evening and welcome. Dr. Chris Ineame. Good evening, sir. Good evening. You're not speaking. Good evening, sir. I can't hear you. Can you unmute yourself? All right. Obviously, you're not ready to talk to us, sir. So I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's been.
My people. God, I beg. Oh. I've run out of words. I beg. If una dey close to Trump, Mona tell am say make e quick send am. We need to start afresh for Nigeria. Not be life we dey live for that country. From top to bottom. The massive karma when Nigeria they go through. Karma, big, huge karma. This is inevitable. What is going on is inevitable. Payday has come for the terrorists. There is no way of escape for them. Gumi cannot explain it out. It cannot. There's nothing their best speakers can do. If they let them go around everywhere and try to gaslight, it's not going to work. Payday has come. Those innocent lives they've been taking, their blood is calling for vengeance. There's no escape. There is no escape. Nigeria, that whole land needs to be cleansed until a seed, when they bury, die, it not go germinate. That is what needs to happen in Nigeria. If Northerners are insisting on their Sharia, they should have their Sharia in their corner, not be must for us to continue as a country. Make everybody answer their papa names. You see this madness? It cannot continue. It cannot today they massacre people live. Today, after they hear this, say they still they massacre people. You have the likes of Gumi coming to soft talk. Hey, Osalobua, the evil when they that country not be here. Oh, hey, the evil, goddamn, is soaked from top to bottom without exception. Donald Trump, abeg, who dey closer, make dem tell am. They no even need to get boots on the ground. Na computer dey say they do all these things now. As we dey speak, drones fit don land Nigeria. Una go know? Una no go know. All these people dey come, dey talk. Even if they need boots, you think that is when they now need them, they now be sending them. They already in Nigeria. Muna dey play. Una no know wetin una dey play with. If you people like, some of you that are here to gaslight Nigerians and be talking about, oh, they want your resources. How has your resources impacted you? Has it made your life better? Do you have good roads? Are there hospitals? Do you have common electricity? Una not get. Una they cry. Meanwhile, it is your fake elite, your corrupt group of people at the top. They are the ones sharing your resources amongst themselves. Go to the mines in the north. Your corrupt elites are busy sharing the money with the Chinese people that they sold those mines to. And all the Albanian people. We saw a video of an Albanian guy in the north selling your goddamn gold. But meanwhile, people are here talking rubbish and nonsense. You come and be defending nonsense, arrant nonsense. That's what you people come and be defending. You're talking. If they like, let them take all the resources. They should take every goddamn resources. We don't need it. We don't deserve it. We do not deserve it. We are like a people who have everything and your children are starving and dressed in rags. What is that? Of what use is it? Let them come and take the resources. Nigeria needs to learn. That country, the name itself needs to change. Nigeria needs to learn. There's no way out of it. Anytime they're ready, are they behind? A support anyhow. Make it from computer. What will they talk? Do you know how many people are ready? When are they there? They play. When will they here? They play. If this man does not see real action on ground, not be all this fake news when they post, they lie. They post events when it don't take place 8 months ago, 1 year ago. You think that these people don't know? They have intel more than you. You that you are talking, they have intel on you more than you. Una get government. Your government will be Agbero, motopark people. No sense, all surrounded by mediocre people. For the first time, they not fit do bigotry. Bigotry Olympics has been suspended. They don't realize, say, more every year. They know they sleep for Aso Rock again. Sleep don't come up for their eye. So it will take a Donald Trump. Tweet. Not be say they discuss, they talk, nothing. Your country, it's so shameful. The American president say no one see your president face to face. You know the level of insult that is. That is, you are irrelevant in this scheme. Hey! Before you even do that, they say maybe na JD Vance, na Tinubu. That one say lie. I don't want to see him. He toss sand through the window, say lie. Look at the shame. Well, Nakama. I'm very happy Obasanjo is alive. Make it they see waiting the foundation when it lay. All of them. All the all the leaders have come, the foundation when they lay, their greed and their gluttony is now coming out to consume them. I love it. I love it. May we reset the system, make everybody dey there. In any conversation that does not involve all the tribes in Nigeria is a waste of time. Waste of errant way. May everybody dey their day. It's enough. The levels of trauma that people will have to go through. Imagine children being born into this. You have greedy, evil, demonic entities from top to bottom. They just dey thief. Your president is asking for 1.1 trillion again. For what? In the midst of all of this. So now we know that he was part of people that sponsored Kamala's campaign. Now we know. I beg you. I go do, I beg. Nigeria will emerge out of this a new country. I don't go for let me throw away that name. A new country will emerge from this, and that country will stand tall. But in order for that new country to emerge, this one needs to die. Natural. It has to die. Yes, it has to. Everything is crash. Pata pata. We don't have sense in that country. We are the most greedy, selfish, self-centered. For over 40 years, a pastor came out, fixed his mouth to tell his congregation that these massacres have been going on for 40 goddamn years. Nobody did anything about it. And you think that your country will thrive. There's no amount of prayer. I don't feel talking before say the people, the creator you people are praying to, it does not exist in your pews. It does not exist in you people are just wasting time. You are just talking to the air because you know they hear on again. 40 years. You not see anything talk. He say it's nothing new, and that is a pastor. God forbid. Anybody that's still going to church in Nigeria, sorry, sorry. Your problems will not be solved in Nigeria. Even if you think your problems are being solved, guess what? It go shock you for front. Where evil is going on in your neighbor's house, you are not bothered. It does not concern you. They've been buying people in the middle belt in the north. I salute the Christian North and Middle Belt Christians. I salute those Christians. Those are the real Christians. Forget Southern Christians. When they forget, those ones, they need to go read. What's the word they use in their Christendom? Repent. They need to go back and read. They need to learn how to be Christians from the Middle Belt Christians and the Northern. Not be Christianity now they do for South. Now oble, now they do for South. It's a shame. It's an embarrassment. The Christian South should hide their faces in the sand. For years, this has been going on to your brothers and your sisters, not a peep. No, there's no way Nigeria can survive this. There's no way this cursed Nigeria can survive what's going on. It has to crash completely. It has to crash to the ground. Anything that is going to go, we go with it. We cannot function like this as a country. You people you don't have independence. You've been slaves all this time. Slaves. Chained. Big. We need to hit the reset button, Tracy. That's it. Without a reset, forget it. You cannot build anything on this, so forget. It will not work. It will crumble. For the innocent lives that have been taken. God forbid. No. I beg. My people, make I end am for here. Tomorrow is another day. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all for coming, for being a part of this conversation. Definitely know at the back of your mind that a new country is going to emerge from the ashes of this one. That one, I can guarantee you. But for this one that's currently existing, it will crash. Sorry. it has to crash. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Gawalele, thank you. Tracy, oh my girl, Tracy. I really appreciate you. Not be small. Not as I want to thank you. I really, really appreciate. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much a million times. Michael, thank you. Kene, thank you. Kene, eyes are lucky, ja. I know that one you have been busy. We know they see you again. Code they catch. We understand. Weather for two. Meanwhile, have you given Guy Walele his key back? Yeah, because you be banned Guy Walele. Guy Walele don't know anything to do. Your friend push him, toss him. Tell her say, so sorry, Guy, don't come. It's weather for two. Thank you so much, guys. Years of patch, Lila, it won't work. Forget, it will not work. There has to be a hard reset, completely factory setting. Factory, like everything needs to be. We can't function like this. Now family matter, may I not pull mouth? Okay, all right, I respect that, no problem. Mona go solve na family matter. I don't even want to be involved. I just felt Kene gave it to you, woto. All right, anyway, guys, I'll see you guys on my next one. Anything go happen. Nigeria, there's always something going on. So tomorrow, I'm sure that we'll see the development of things, how things are going to go. With Nigeria, we'll see what happens. I heard that he has put an emergency, what's it called, state of emergency on the security institutions. They fired 115 DSS, whether not true, whether not fake, we don't know. All join, but we continue to observe. He changed the keys. Oh, Kene, why you change key now? Kene na selfish guy. So they change key. So in all those all the wines when you dey fit collect and all the better food. You know they fit collect am again. Oh my God. Anyway, my people, it's been real. Have a wonderful rest of the evening, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.